Alright, hello Internet. It's a little bit earlier than we normally stream and not a day that we normally stream. It's Wednesday, right?
Yep.
We sometimes do games in the
That is a day.
Are we still Please Stand By?
No.
No, there we go.
No, there we go.
Delays.
We're doing this because it's the last day of Christmas break for Basch and I. So we decided one of the fun things to do, or let me say, I got a wild hair up my ass and decided to see if people wanted to do it, and they said yes. So we were going to play.
I live here and he lives next door, so.
Yeah. So we're going to run a 2-person, 3-character game because someone made life difficult for themselves and picked up an extra character.
Gained himself a girlfriend.
Yep. So we are going to be playing a game of Monster of the Week in the Cursed Cypress Chronicles called Vargavintr. I'm sorry, now I just want to go Yarga Dooga Nargan.
Help the dog.
So, sorry, off to my side is my assistant DM.
Put it over his head. He wants to burrow.
I have a dachshund.
He is sausage dog.
I have a dachshund next to me, everybody.
Your little butt used to hunt badgers.
Anyway, so now if you see my hand go off to the side here, it's because I got a weenie dog that is hiding under a blanket. So we're going to be doing this now. To everyone that donated in our Extra Life run the end of last year, thank you very much. We exceeded our goals. I believe CVS matched the first $1,000.
They matched what we did over the weekend, I think.
Yeah, so they matched that.
We asked Chris.
So they matched like around the first $1,000, which brought us to $2,500.
We broke 1,000 before the end of the weekend.
Huh?
We broke 1,000 before the end of the weekend.
Okay, well.
We made it 2 or 3.
They matched round about $1,000.
Yeah, so that brought us over $2,500. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. Donations from January till March will be going to the Trevor Project. More information will be up because if you look below the players, you can see that we have a scrolling news feed of different things and different hints on how to donate and other information as things happen. Will find their way there because a lot of times we don't use the battle cams, so
yeah.
Make it change out. So we're advertising local game shops and other places like that. If you would like ad space, contact us.
Hashtag sponsor us Waffle House.
Sponsor us Waffle House / Rice Bacon.
Please.
I never tag Rice Bacon, I always tag Waffle House.
Anyway, so we are going to pick up today with that it is a blustery, cold morning in the city of New Orleans.
For context, where does this fall in relation to the last game I played with Nasa and Spence?
Afterwards.
Okay.
So.
How long afterwards?
I don't know. Time's wibbly wobbly.
I'm trying to remember what time of year it was. It was the fall, wasn't it?
So, yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to remember the last time I played with Idall. What had gone
down?
Yeah.
You nearly got the Pope killed.
Oh, it was
Have
the
you not
angel.
played since then?
No, I'm pretty sure I did.
No, you did because you were in trouble.
Yeah. It
was when we went to the plantation.
Yeah, and they're
house.
setting up a hotel and all the craziness.
Or Spence's character slammed somebody into
Oh, yeah, you killed a bunch of Kappa.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend...
I was talking to the Kappa.
Girlfriend axed a Kappa in mid-conversation. So let me ask you a question.
You were angry.
That's been a hot minute, though.
Things almost went badly, ended badly for everybody in that. Lots of fire.
It went south so quick.
It was bad.
Like, everybody's fine, everybody's fine. I'm not fine.
You, me, and Abby were not fine at the end.
So, anyway, it is a cold and blustery morning in the city of New Orleans in early January. There is a heavy dusting of snow, which is very unusual for the Crescent City. Not enough to make everybody in the South lose their whole goddamn mind yet, or the people to, run and steal all the Visqueen, duct tape, bottled water, and canned soup from
and
the
toilet paper
from the Walmart yet.
But usually they just have to say it might snow, and they do that.
In any case, it hasn't happened yet. People have not lost their whole minds yet.
Shockingly.
But I want y'all both to roll me a d6, and we'll see who starts this mystery off first.
6.
5.
Why do I always go first?
So, let me ask real quick to make sure nobody has anything that has to kick off at the start of a mystery, do they?
I don't believe so, no.
Well, people leveled up, so I don't know what y'all took. I walk into this blind.
No, I've never had to do that with Sybil. I did with the one that I played in Spence's game.
The spooky.
She wasn't a spooky. She was the acolyte or whatever.
You didn't have to roll it for an Aces game when you played the spooky?
Oh, yeah, I did for her. Yeah.
Good.
All right, so no. So, Sybil, you hear from downstairs the old television set, the old large Magnavox box tube that is allowed to be turned on when you're not in the room or an adjacent room downstairs by another person that lives here with you. You can hear the news playing over it, slightly fuzzy, as is you do stay in a magically warded home here. You can hear that there's been a report of a fan boat tour over in the make sure I'm saying this correctly, the Jean Lafitte National Historic Park and Preserve. Now, a lot of you've been through the quarter, you've seen advertisements for boom boom boat tours. And it's spelled really bad. Like they tried to do like the go but with boom, and it just doesn't
work.
No. But it was one of the boom boom boat tours was attacked. Nobody was killed. Several people were injured. The boat was damaged. Police are currently looking into it. And the current report is that it was just a big gator. And you just hear the weatherman in the background. I know gators! That ain't no gator!
So out of curiosity, with the name like Boom Boom Boat Tours, I'm assuming as the boat is hitting top speed, they just start firing shotguns off into the air.
No.
They tried. They got fined.
It was too much alcohol.
Yeah, it's daiquiris, shotguns, and a fan boat don't result in an OSHA-sanctioned tour company. So, you hear that, and then you hear the old-timey phone ringing.
Of course.
Downstairs and just hear a voice. Phone! You want me to get it?
Turn off the television and I'll come do it myself.
Oh boy, Ernest is here.
Eduardo.
You just hear, you gotta turn off the TV. But I won't. She's coming downstairs, but fine.
I need, unless you're gonna answer it for me then.
Bitch, I will take the remote. You turn this shit off.
Eduardo.
Sorry.
I will lock you in the washer again.
Not in the washroom, in the washer.
So you hear the TV turn off.
Sorry, I could hear it. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm getting a call about.
So as you get downstairs and answer the phone, you hear bickering between a higher British voice and a tiny alarm clock that walks around.
Eduardo!
Yes?
Leave him alone.
He didn't use a coaster!
For the love of... Neither do I half the time.
Move.
This means war.
I will throw you outside.
You can't. I'm magically bound.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
I'll bounce back.
Not if I close the door fast enough.
Just all of a sudden someone comes
Donk,
back and
donk,
Cogsworth is
donk,
just stuck on the
donk.
door. Anyway, it
Turn
is...
the TV back on as soon as I'm off the phone.
So, hello, this is Ranger Moros. I was given your number by an Officer Jenkins and a name I'm also not supposed to mention. Said that y'all worked a hotel job together.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
That checks.
You're known to investigate odd happenings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you have heard the news.
Literally 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. We tried to get them to not do that, but you know, Channel 8, they don't give nobody any respect. They reported that the Pope died before he did. Surprised the hell out of him.
I'm assuming there is no photographic evidence or anything like that.
We are currently in the process of taking photos of the damage for insurance purposes.
But nothing taken at the time that might say what it could have been. Which is kind of shocking if it's full of tourists.
Yeah, there's a whole lot. We're having the boat company has to reimburse people for a whole lot of cell phones. They ended up in water.
Good point. You're sure it wasn't just a over enthusiastic, boat driver freaking out because there was a dusting of snow, right?
There was ice damage, yes, but ice doesn't rip the fan off the back of the boat.
Not that quickly. It could. At least if I'm using it.
But we would greatly appreciate if you'd make your way over to the Barataria Preserve Tourist Center. That's where we currently have everything.
Yep. Yep, I can do that.
All right, well, thank you very much, Miss Benoit.
But Benoit.
Sorry, I'm from Tennessee. I got transferred down here.
It's actually Benoit Levi now, but yes.
Oh, well, congratulations.
I'll make it over there as soon as I can.
All right, appreciate it.
I have to go.
I was just about to leave for work too.
I don't get a break. Also, we came down here because it would not be as snowy. What the hell?
True, but if it makes you feel any better, I'm about to send the Rosetta Stone back.
Yeah.
I'm not sending it back to the Egyptian government. I'm sending it back to literally where it was found.
Yeah, that makes me feel a little better.
And rebury it, everything. Leave a foam copy up, see how long it takes them to realize.
It's going to take them at least 100 years.
Alright, so what do you do now that you know that you need to go out there? And apparently a whole ass fan boat got destroyed.
Oh. I probably need someone to come help me.
I mean, if you look at your Rolodex, several names have dead.
Dead. Fuck no. Fucking demon, no. Eduardo, why did you even write this one? How did you even get a number for Pizzari?
We went to school together.
I'm not even gonna ask.
What?
No, I didn't ask. I don't want to know.
I went to Ivy League Tech. I got my degree online when no one was living here. I know how to be a masseuse.
Okay.
Also, these for-profit colleges do not do background checks to make sure if you have a birth certificate or nothing. I gave him $50 and I'm a masseuse. Pizzari has a degree in politics from him.
That's not shocking. Nope.
Let's see. Desiree, dead. Pizzari, demon plus, mostly dead.
Even
Imagine for Desiree to be dead, back alive, dead again, probably alive, not sure.
You just... Next time
hanging
they
out with
saw...
Grandpa.
Reincarnated.
Let's see. The Greek guy is... Let's see. The Greek guy is in Valhalla. Nico is in Valhalla. Desiree is in Valhalla. Kyle's original warlock blew up. There's an old man wandering somewhere. Ardeloth and Dale are at college right now.
Probably still on Christmas break or just starting the semester.
I love how far down the list you're having to get.
Also, like, child.
I'm sorry, just Dale. Child is written next to them.
He's what, 19?
Going through all the different
Sybil's
characters.
probably almost 40 now?
Going through all the different characters that are popping up across the combined
Ghost.
Harley Do Not Contact organization.
Yeah, we're gonna call Idall.
Damn. Well, that far down the list.
Well,
You haven't been around!
the last time you called.
After the Pope incident.
No, it's just you told the last time she talked to you, you had contracts to cut down.
Yeah, that's why
redwoods.
You weren't in the last one.
Yeah.
Because you were cutting down redwoods.
You were cutting down redwoods. You were doing salvage because they were rotten and dead, and you're doing it and also cutting fire breaks.
Mm-hmm. Idall's running a very successful logging company.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's because Abby knows business.
Yeah.
Business numbers. Is this working?
And Idall probably knows
business numbers.
Is this working? Yes. Yay! Fucking like
I do wonder, what number do you have? Is it a business number? Is it a private number? A landline?
Probably the office.
All numbers redirected back to Abby?
It's probably the office number because that's what I usually
Abby
call
has
from by you.
every number for Idall directs to Abby's cell phone.
Oh, that's creepy.
Abby just called her number. Who's this mom?
I'll call the office
As old as
number.
Idall is at this point, and the fact that he's only a demigod, a half god, if his mom's still kicking it, dang. Who is this mom? Oh, that's Betty White. Hold on, Mom.
Oh god.
That's,
Alright, I'll call the office number for Idall's logging company.
So, you would get somebody that doesn't sound like Idall or Abby. Hello?
Hi, I need to speak with Idall, please.
Hang on, let me find the note. It says somebody. They're on vacation, and you can call him on his cell. Is this an emergency issue, or is this a business issue? Or, wait, I probably should have led with that.
Yes.
Emergency business. All right, hang on. That's Abby's department. Hang on, let me.
Please give me Idall's number if you can.
Oh, okay, going to the boss man. Here.
I'm assuming this dude's thinking a whole ass cypress tree just fell through someone's house, so it's emergency business.
He's just a logger, and he just has notes on what to do for literally every issue.
Does Abby have colored Post-its that she leaves people?
Yes.
If you just give
Oh
me
my
the
God.
number, I can call him.
Oh yeah, here it is.
I'll write down the number. Thank you very much. Of course he's on vacation, goddammit. Hang up. Pick up again. Dial the cell phone number.
Idall's vacation is at the Chuck E. Cheese because Abby will take him to Chuck E. Cheese because she thinks he's a winner.
I mean, yeah.
Alright, hang up, pick up. Call Idall's cell phone.
Zydal.
Hey Idall, it's Sybil.
Is it because this is snowing in New Orleans?
I mean, it is. But not exactly why I'm calling.
Hang on, I'm gonna go out on a limb. There is a snow demon that we have to go and slay because he's causing car wrecks. Speaking of car wrecks, there goes one right now. Man,
I mean, to be
should
fair...
really just stay inside.
To be fair, if it even looks like it's going to snow, they create car wrecks down here, but I'm not sure if it's a snow demon or what. There was a fan boat attacked in the bayou, in the reserve, what's it called?
The Jean Lafitte National Historic Park and Preserve.
Oh, in the National Park and Preserve down here.
Are you sure it wasn't an alligator?
They're saying no. By the way, it ripped the fan off the fan boat. It was weird enough for them to get a hold of me. I didn't know you'd be on vacation, but I could probably use a second set of eyes if you were able to. Where are you?
Chateau du Mont.
Chateau-
Or what is this place? They've got coffees and beignets.
You're in New Orleans?
Yes, that's why I assumed you were calling about the snow.
I figured it was just on the news. Well, you're in New Orleans. Okay, I thought you'd have to, Rainbow Bridge here, but you're at Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm in Carrollton, but if we could meet over at the Jean Lafitte National Park, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, I'll head there. About how long is it going to take you to get there?
I don't know.
Anywhere from now and a little bit?
What, to get to Cafe Du Monde?
Or,
No, to the National Park.
To get there, it'd probably take about half hour to an hour, depending on traffic. I mean, it's just outside of New Orleans. It just depends on how you're going there and how you're getting there.
It's harder for you to go somewhere if you don't know where it is, isn't it?
No, I can figure it out. I can look at a map.
Looks at Google.
Just pulls up the phone. Oh, right there.
It'll take me a half hour to, more like an hour, because New Orleanians and snow, but
Oh, perfect. I can get another cup of coffee and another beignet, and we can get. That's a crazy shirt. So they have a shirts here. It's black. It's got like the white print, and it says beignets, and it's got like a beignet, and he's super happy as he's about to get eaten.
yeah, you see a lot of those going around to the different shops.
Yeah. Anyways, I can get another cup of coffee. We can finish our little breakfast date thing, and we'll meet you there in about an hour.
All right, that works.
Yeah.
Oh
You said
God,
eat breakfast.
I am mildly glowing right now because of the.
Yeah, it's a little bright on you. Might want to close the blinds, man.
No, I have closed the blinds. That's the problem. Is it's.
That is doing.
That's not gonna help.
No, that is not what is reflecting into your face.
No, it's not. That didn't help whatsoever. Oh well. It's the iPad is dinging because my father is getting messages, and we have never disconnected his account from that iPad once it was given to our son. So, you enjoy your beignets. Do you buy the T-shirt?
Yes.
Okay.
Abby's got like not a purse, but a whole damn satchel.
Okay.
She tucks it away. Has one for herself, of course.
Okay. So, over the course of a little bit, you do make it to the Barataria Bay Historic Center and Tourist, and there's a couple police cars. There's
Are they police or they sheriff department?
it's sheriff.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
sheriff.
it won't be Jacob there. Okay.
So it's sheriff. Well, I mean, it's parish. This is outside the city. There is a ranger vehicle. There is police tape up. More or less saying, like, closed. As y'all are getting to there, the snow actually starts picking up to be honest snowing.
I feel like I'm at home. What the hell?
The little bit through the radio you get through static is very much everything is starting to shut down as you're going out here.
I'm gonna get stuck out here. God damn it.
So you get out there, probably about 2 inches of snow.
That's a lot of snow in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a lot anywhere.
So it's starting to build up, and as you get to here, you can see the fan boat is pulled up alongside this building. The fan boat itself has a large rake down the side of it just above water level.
Oh, shit.
And this I'm not going to make you roll for because, yeah, you can see the rake down the side. And the fan that's normally like this is like this and looks like it's being held on by just a couple brackets.
Well, damn.
So, is there anything y'all would like to do? Because I'm figuring, like, Sybil pulls up, gets out the car, looks around like, damn it.
I immediately turn off my phone.
All of a sudden,
You remembered.
just Idall just appears.
I would have been there for a minute. I mean, our travel is a lot quicker.
True. So, you and Abby are there, or Idall and Abby are there. Sybil pulls up, turn off cell phones. Turn off Apple Watches.
Hope you have a thicker jacket. Because I don't think this is stopping.
Oh yeah.
So, anything y'all would like to do before going inside?
Might not be a boat engineer, but I'm pretty sure fan boats aren't supposed to look like that.
I'm going.
I think I know what the problem is.
Ain't got no gas in
Ain't
it.
got no gas in it. Not anymore. Just for a quick second, I'm going to open up my third eye and use my sight to look around.
Okay.
And it's that situation. Not that it's a bad situation yet, but god damn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. So you open up your eyes.
And you know what? I took investigative mystery as my advanced move. Damn it.
So what were you doing? Read a bad situation?
I got a +1 on a result of 7 or more, plus I can see invisible things. So I get to ask 2 questions.
Okay. So ask you 2 questions.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? And what's the biggest threat?
The biggest threat to anybody here is... Well, your brain plays two answers real quick, because Idall is with you. And he has caused a lot of damage. So as much as you like him and have worked with him in the past, there is a chance that Idall is the biggest threat.
Other than me?
Then the next thing is definitely whatever caused damage to this boat.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah.
But there is nothing immediately around you
Fair.
other than maybe like the muffler on one of those cop cars is about to blow and tear off because they ain't been updating their vehicles.
Of course
So,
not.
I mean, that there's possibility of, the storm itself. So, like, there is no immediate threat. But, yeah, it's safe to bet whatever
Yeah.
tore an entire fan boat.
What about what you haven't noticed yet?
As you're looking around, what you haven't noticed yet is you see a bunch of small floating figures, icy blue in color, mixed in with all the snow, just staying a distance from y'all.
Are they humanoid or
Yeah.
like do they look like little ghosties?
They're just little kind of humanoid floating blue things.
Do they like have features or they're just like cloudy?
They're far enough away you cannot make out, like, you can't really see faces. You can tell they're small, they're kind of blue, and they're floating. And they seem, but you can't see them.
Oh.
It seems like they are keeping their distance from the three of you, and just watching.
I'm gonna look at them for a second and then I'm just kind of
Can't blame him on that part.
turn away.
Okay.
So, all right, I guess we should see what they have to tell us.
Before you close your sight, though, you do notice there is, as you turn back to the building, there is a ghostly humanoid figure that appears pirate-like standing outside the door.
Bruh. Seriously?
Yeah.
For a second, I'm like, is that Ardaloth? What the fuck? No, that's not Ardaloth.
But just seems to be outside the building. You just wave at it.
Yep.
It bows its head towards you.
Great. Jean Lafitte's ghost is here. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Alright,
So-
I'll close my sight.
Anything of note?
Jean Lafitte's ghost is here.
Okay.
And there's
Is that a good
three little weird ghostly kind of figures out that way that are watching us, but they're not approaching, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for them as we're out here. They didn't seem aggressive, but who knows. But watch out on the right side of the door. It's where the ghost is standing.
Right inside the door.
Abby pulls out her ghost stabbing knife.
Abby, no.
Abby pulls out her other ghost stabbing knife.
Don't stab the old pirate.
She pulls out a third ghost stabbing knife. And it's just a knife that she bought in the quarter that just says ghost stabbing knife.
Because of course there would be
Just
one.
thought it was funny.
Now she bought off that dude in Bourbon.
No, this was one of those like crappy markets, or one of those little ones that always switch out every like 6 months on Decatur. But have like the people who run the shop change all the time,
that'd
but
be
the
the ones
merchandise
around
never
the corner
change.
from Pat O's.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so go ahead and... It's just like a ranger station, or...?
Yeah, it's a tourist center.
Okay.
When you get inside, you can see that there is a portly individual wearing ranger brown over near a desk talking with three officers. They all seem to have... there's still steam coming from over at the coffee. It's one of those coffee makers like you see at the hospital. You know, put the cup in and it disperses a brown liquid that could be described as coffee.
Or coffee flavored water.
It's
More likely
it's
that.
LaCroix coffee that came out here. They threw chicory into a cup of hot water and said happy coffee.
Ooh.
That sounds terrible.
Okay, I do a quick scan.
Oh,
There's
gosh.
no Sheriff Okie anywhere, right?
Give me
Fuck. What am I looking for?
this would be Sharp. This is investigative mystery, I guess.
Holy shit!
Are you doing anything, Idall, as Sybil walks in paranoid as hell?
13.
Well, you rolled investigate a mystery, so.
Oh, well.
And you rolled above a 12.
So is there a counter?
Yeah. The Rangers at the counter talking to these officers that are over there, and
I can ask whatever I want. Is his ass here?
No. There is no Sheriff Lawrence Oakey.
Okay. So I've got the Rangers, I got the sheriffs. Are there any employees?
No. It looks like anybody that they shut this place down once they brought stuff here, and it looks like they were probably waiting for the special investigators to show up. They came recommended by. Now, how do I keep blanking on Spence's character's name?
Desiree?
No,
Not that one.
her brother.
Oh.
Darius.
Yeah.
Plus
Well, apparently he's on the run from an FBI organization.
Yeah, that was news to me last game too.
You know, I met a guy who said he worked for the FBI. Something was off. He kept talking about these weird things, anomalies, looking for Darius. I don't know. So, you want to do the talking, or me to do the talking?
They called me, so
No.
I brought you in as assistants.
Abby's just stabbing with the ghost stabbing knife.
But the knife's
She's
away.
got
Abby.
a cup of hot cocoa already. Where it came from, we just don't know.
The answer's yes. She has Swiss Miss in the giant bag she's carrying. I can guarantee
Wouldn't
this.
surprise me.
Where's what?
They all turn and look.
You called.
One of the officers. Yeah, was about to just tell you there to where the hell is this accent going?
The fuck was that?
Oh yeah, I'm Canadian down here in Louisiana for no reason. Now you betcha.
What was that Canadian, Wisconsin, Minnesota anomaly of bullshit?
Clip that. I don't know. My brain said do an accent.
That was like Cthulhu trying to speak like he's from Minnesota.
Alternatively, there's some craziness because it's snowing so much. We've out hired a Mountie to come down.
I rode my moose.
Oh, my moose.
Outside, you see an alligator and a moose having a stare down, and neither one knows what to make of each other. We just know that situation's going to go south for somebody.
The moose
quick.
is gonna win.
You just watch an alligator go off Team
The
Rocket
moose
style.
will win. Oh Lord. Ooh, my Midwest comes out.
Anyway, yeah, I was actually about to tell y'all to leave, but if you're here with them, I will stop myself real quick because we've already had tourists trying to get in here. Hunters coming down here too.
Yeah, no, you asked me to come here, so.
Well, that's one of the officers, not the ranger. But the ranger comes around. He taller individual.
More ass?
Yeah, built kind of like he probably was a football player and then was introduced to not doing football every single day, but not adjusting that diet. There's years of Taco Bell, beer, and pizza, and way too much boudin around that midsection.
I look around the officer. Ranger Morris, I presume?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Ranger Karen Moras.
Sorry, Morris. My apologies.
Oh, no, trust me, I've heard everything. Parents named McCarran, and my last name's Morass.
I mean, you've already figured out how my name is usually pronounced, so.
I'm sorry about that, Miss Benoit. Benoit Levy.
Levi.
All right. This is Officer Mopes. Points to a skinnier officer.
Oh, you guys might want to look at that vehicle before you take off later. It looks like your muffler is about to blow. I point out the door to the one that I saw.
That officer actually goes out there, comes back. Somebody shoved a whole goddamn t-shirt up the muffler pipe. What is this, beignet?
Abby's just over here. She pulls out both. Tucks them away.
You think that no. More people have bought this stupid shirt that we now have to design, Kyle.
I want to do this now.
Emily's going to have to design a shirt that says beignet.
Claire, I'm going to be sending you a doodle. And it's going to be...
Hey, Claire waved at us.
Yeah,
Yay! So now we have to do a beignet and a don't let you meet loaf. And hey, Claire.
See, now all I can think of is that the rejected video, the style. My spoon is too big. The style of that one of beignet going, yay, like a muppet.
Give doodle.
Give doodle. I give doodle later.
Anyway, so it's Officer Mopes and Officer Dupree. Let's see, which parish is it down there? It's I don't know.
Orleans.
No, it's weird because there's a city of New Orleans, and then this is like when you get down to the wiggly figgly bit of southeast Louisiana, parish lines start changing like every
Words that I
15
probably
minutes.
can't pronounce parish. Let's go with that.
Something at Santégu Parish.
We're sorry in South Louisiana.
I didn't check to see what the sheriff department would be.
It don't matter.
It might
Anyway.
be, it's not Jefferson.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Something about it. No.
Anyway, so they've come out here to investigate the fan boat, look at it. Also, we gotta get some pictures for insurance and needed a third party that was neutral.
Yeah, I'm Sybil Benoit Levi. This is my friend Idall and his girlfriend and partner Abby. I brought him to have some additional help. He usually does the other spooky things along with me.
One of the officers' spooky things. It's like they had an alligator while he was drunk.
There are claw marks bigger than an alligator out there.
Have you ever seen someone run over a bunch of cypress knees?
I've seen a lot of shit, sir.
Anyway, spooky nothing. Just here to make sure there ain't no insurance fraud. And
He's gonna die first.
I hope not.
he's like, I like this one. Mopes, I like Mopes. Mopes is grumpy.
Yeah, Mopes is Mopey.
But Dupree comes over. Well, since Morass said that you might be involved in spooky stuff, we got a couple other reports from the area last couple days
Okay.
that you might want, and hands over a manila folder. Also, we got Dandrew Polk. He was driving the fan boat. We got him over sequestered in the over in one of the managers or rangers' offices back there. He failed a drug test, so we have some questions.
Did you breathalyze
I
him?
was gonna say, is he alright? But,
Oh no, he definitely was drunk, but
Oh.
not the first time fan boat operator's been drunk. You ever dealt with tourists?
Oh, I know.
Tourists fucking drive you to drinking. I drink on Mardi Gras on duty all the damn time.
You want listen to this. I run a logging company up north. You don't know how many people want to tour the logging facility. I'm just like, it's a bunch of trees. Cut them down.
Did you have two bearded individuals coming trying to do some low rate purchases for get the best for $50?
Yeah, something like that.
Goddamn, they find every sawmill in the fucking state.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we got Dandrew over there, and eventually his roommate Calvin is supposed to show up and pick him up.
Calvin, the cab driver?
probably, knowing my luck.
Why is
I
it
start
so
flipping through the files he handed me.
Okay, so there's the preliminary short handwritten, like on a steno pad, like long yellow notebook of what initially happened here. It seems like it's literally the cops' notes. Boat driver drunk. No major injuries. Mostly lacerations, loss of possessions. Because you ain't gonna find a phone you dropped in a fucking swamp. That's gone. That's the swamps now. It's gonna order Domino's with your phone, and you can do nothing about it. Hashtag sponsor us, Domino's. Now, hashtag sponsor us, Giordano's Pizza of Chicago. I'll take that
That's a bit
sponsorship.
far away. Anyway,
Just Giordano, send us just one supreme casserole pizza. I want it. Okay? It's a deep dish pizza, 3 inches thick, dude.
anyway,
So, you go through it, and it's most of the notes is it looks like both of them are willing to write this off as the boat driver was under the influence of multiple substances and crashed the boat. Most of the damage, like the big, what looks like large claw rakes down the side, they're kind of writing off as went over a whole bunch of cypress knees and hit cypress trees. The fan got knocked off probably because it hit the trunk of a tree. They were able to get everybody out. Like I said, no major injuries other than, lacerations, severe bruising. Someone did have to go to the hospital because they might have dislocated a shoulder. So.
It's the end of his movie.
Oh. Yeah. I'm sorry. Our child is watching Big Hero 6 in the living room. What? Do we need to put something else on for him here in a second?
No, find something.
That's the notes they seem to be going with, is that, it's more or less drunk, bad weather, bad time. And the crash didn't actually happen that far away from the tourist center.
Like the boat launch?
Yeah. So.
What about the other incidents?
There are 2 hunters listed as missing from the last couple weeks, which is a hunter going missing in the swamp in South Louisiana is not
That's shocking.
Unusual. And the reports have been turned in because it's been over 24 hours since they went missing.
Mm-hmm.
But a Cathy Leroy, an Alexander Tripe,
Leroy and Tripe.
have been listed missing in the last 2-3 days. There's a sticky note. They might have just gone up to the fishing camp and got drunk and stayed again. It's kind of like the cops aren't taking it too seriously.
Say where their fishing camp is?
It's out it's on the northern end of the reserve.
Okay.
There's also reports of large wild dogs on the Parc de Family's disc golf course that is just on the edge. So the whole preserve is shaped kind of like the state of Georgia is the best way I can give you. It's like a really weird rounded trapezoid. Mm-hmm. And the disc golf course is just at the very edge over near the highway. You passed it coming in. But reports of very large dogs.
Okay.
From somebody named Calvin.
God damn it, Calvin.
But there also seems to be a couple other, since this one about large dogs was listed, wildlife preserves, great on toast. Jelly jams and wild boar on toast, wildlife preserves. Actually, that does sound good.
Bacon flavored jelly.
Anyway, so
Jelly.
it seems like there's there's a list of other phone calls about seeing unusually large dogs in the area.
A lot of stuff in there about dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, originally with the disc golf thing.
No, Claire. Pothole meat is bad, okay? Pothole meat is roadkill, Claire. We don't need no road gumbo.
No. Ew.
That's the forbidden boudin.
Gross.
So
2 missing hunters, bunch of big dogs, attacked fan boat. Okay.
Do you think a dog would do that kind of stuff to a boat? It doesn't
Not
look
in the
like
water.
dog damage.
I'm sure it's it might not even be anything connected. It might just be a wild pack of dogs. I mean, it's a big reserve.
Claire made a new hashtag forbidden boudin.
Alright.
Don't worry about the crunchy bits, it's just road gravel.
Asphalt's a seasoning.
You say asphalt?
Asphalt is a seasoning.
You said asphalt.
New character name, Asphalt.
God damn it.
Now he made him. Now it has to be an orc. Asphalt.
Anyway, where did you say that the
The devil's boudin.
No.
That's just a wiener.
Oh God, why does that sound like something that would come out of purity culture?
The devil's boudin. That's a wiener.
Oh, this is gonna get said again. I already know it.
Don't you put that
Don't you be
boudin in
tasting
your
the devil's boudin?
You can't get to heaven with a handful of the devil's boudin. No proper man will want to marry you after you've had the devil's boudin.
Oh no.
A dumb broker.
Okay.
No regrets.
I'm okay.
Don't you touch that devil's lettuce either.
Well, how else am I going to get
Calvin's
the...
already going to hell.
How else am I supposed to get the devil's boudin clean if I don't wipe it with the devil lettuce? You know you gotta wash it 3 times. Claire has slight regrets. Okay, so you have the file folder.
What is this? The devil's po' boy? No!
Devil's lettuce plus devil's lettuce equals the devil's po'
No,
boy.
the devil's boudin equals the devil's po' boy. Oh my god. I hate you guys so much.
You gotta add fried oysters on there, though.
Of course. Why wouldn't you? Alright.
Back to the point.
So,
You killed the point. You murdered it. It's buried. Oh my god. Okay.
is there any, like, central area for the dogs? Where was the boat attacked?
Okay, so the boat
Boat
attack.
was on the water.
Well, yeah.
Boat was not too far from the launch. That's why everybody was able. They were able to get everybody pretty quickly, and they didn't. The boat was
In
not.
hypothermia.
Yeah, and the boat was not damaged in deep water.
Okay.
And the dogs were at the frisbee.
They saw that some reports of large dogs at the frisbee course, and then how people who live in the area, fried oysters, the devil's Oreos.
Fried oysters are
I
delicious.
like fried oysters.
No, fried oysters ain't evil.
No.
Anyway,
Alright, so...
where's the fan boat driver at?
Well, he's over there in the. We got him sequestered in the office. He failed 2 different types of drug tests.
What was he on?
Well, 1 drunk. Didn't pass the breathalyzer 2. Quick urine tests tested positive for the devil's lettuce.
Well, I mean, if his roommate is who you say it is, I'm not really sure.
So all the big dog spottings, were they in the same general area or near that golf course, or just all over?
Kind of all over. Like, it's people who live in areas near the reserve, and the reserve is not little.
Yeah.
Like, anybody that's ever been to a national park, most national parks are not little. So, enough sightings to have noted that they put them all in a folder together, not just, the random, I saw a big dog walking across my yard. Okay, Miss McGillicuddy.
Okay. I'm assuming they got like a map of the reserve on the wall.
Yeah, there's a big
This-
map of the reserve.
So you mentioned you had 2 fellas out there at a hunting camp. Just so we know. And
The park ranger, Ranger Moraes looks. Oh, you mean Cat and Alvix? Yeah. They have they're part of a hunting camp that's up here near the northern end of the reserve. That camp's been there forever.
yeah, I just know how wily some hunters can be. Sometimes they don't like people approaching unannounced, and I just want to make sure we don't stumble into their hunting camp without.
Oh, well, let me go. He actually goes and gets you a small pamphlet map.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't see those. Just more focused on. I would say coffee, but.
Abby is already putting one of every pamphlet into the bag. She's gonna scrapbook. But actually, let's take a short break right here so that we can get the child fed and its lunch. Well, it's 12. We need to feed him.
Short break.
So, mute us. All right, we're back, everybody. Are we unmuted?
What's coming?
We got pizza. We got the chop fed. That's the main goal.
Oh.
The chaos muffin has been sated. The doomsday is not upon us yet.
Dog.
I don't have anything. I'm glad the camera's not angled any further down, or else you would have seen a dog snoot. Anyway, so you got a map. You were marking locations on it, right?
Uh-huh.
So I was going to print out a map, and then I remember we have no printer paper.
What pepper?
No, I could not find it. In case. So the hunting camp is somewhere up on the northern end of the reserve. The explanation that the officer will have given you to kind of expedite it is before this was fully incorporated into a national or state park, this hunting camp was already there, so it's kind of grandfathered in.
Uh-huh.
And they also make sure to keep up everything they're supposed to, and they don't go hunting necessarily where they're not supposed to. But so the hunting camps up to the north, dog sightings all along the edge, because the western edge of the Jean Lafitte Reserve is Barataria Bay. It's on a body of water.
Gotcha. So these dog sightings are just kind of all over the place. Well, I think the next stop is let's go talk to the drunk boy. I'll tell you what, insurance is gonna have a ball with this,
They
and
usually
the company owners, it's gonna be a nightmare.
they'll write it off as something.
Yeah, Dewey's complaining. He wants the pizza.
Yeah, he's whining for the food.
Yeah, but it's going to be in the police report that he was drunk, and they're going to be like, yep, that sounds like a whole lot of not our problem. And insurance company are going to do what they do.
More than likely.
Not pay out. That's what they love to do.
So we'll go back to the manager's office where this
Okay.
driver is.
So you go back to the manager/ranger's office, and there is a mid-20-year-old. What was that noise?
Vincent eating?
I thought I heard something clinking.
But where's his plate?
No.
Chaos Muffin taking the rest of the pizza.
We just hear hee. Don't see him run.
I told him to not steal pizza.
Yeah, well, there is a Sicilian pizza that just got cooked, and this is the first time my lovely wife has ever gotten a piece, because the last 2 times I've cooked it, our child has eaten 90% of a pizza because I left it unattended.
Yeah.
That's why you currently leave it unattended.
I told him no stealing pizza.
Anyway,
Alright.
yes, Claire, his online moniker is Chaos Muffin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how
Chaos
we came-
Muffin 29.
I don't know how we came up with that, but
Because I thought it was funny.
no.
And
Anyway.
his birthday's the 29th, so Chaos Muffin 29.
So, as you get in there, there's this mid-20-something-year-old, huge black eye, mostly swollen shut, cuts that have been bandaged up. Any end of Die Hard movie, like the one cut like right here that looks like it needs stitches, but it's not oozing anything.
Mr. Polk.
Yeah.
My name is Sybil.
Are you my attorney?
No,
Because I told the cops I'm not talking to them without an attorney.
I'm not a cop.
Proof.
I open up my coat. Do you see a badge or a gun? Anything?
No.
Abby just kind of pushes past you, slams her hands down on the table. We're not cops. We're here to steer you towards the path of God. Get you away from that devil's lettuce.
Abby!
And she just pulls out a chair and says, "Nah, we're just messing with you. We're just messing with you."
Well, they said that they were going to write in the report I was drunken on weed, but I haven't done anything.
So you weren't drunk?
I know who your roommate is, and I know that's a lie.
Oh yeah, Calvin, the cab driver.
Yeah, but they said they were going to list I haven't even breathalyzed me because I refused to talk to them.
That's not what they said.
They're fucking lying.
Okay,
Alright,
so you're...
look, I'm gonna pull a chair over. Look, my name's Sybil. I'm not a cop, not a detective. I'm here to look up weird shit going on. That's why they call me and why I bring my friends. So why don't you tell us what happened?
Okay, roll. Manipulate someone.
I'm not trying to manipulate him.
That sounds dirty.
My charm isn't that good. 8. 9.
9. So let's see if I read this correct. They'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. If you ask too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, that you gotta do.
Look, I just want you to tell me what happened. You were there, we weren't.
It's weird, and the cops were laughing at me already about it. That's why they said I'm on drugs.
Okay, well, trust me. You telling me weird shit is not going to make me think you're on drugs.
Really?
Try me.
I mean, I don't even know you from Adam.
Alright. I already showed you I have no badge, no weapon that, a cop would have. What can I do to make you tell me
Show
the
me
story?
something weird if you know weird.
Spear.
That's fucking weird.
So
Okay.
why don't you tell me a story?
Just... Kinda wish I was high right now. So, like, I told the boss, Big Boudreaux Boom Boom Boat Tours, man himself.
That was the worst name ever.
Yeah, there's all these E's and A's and U's and X's that don't go anywhere in
Yeah,
there.
I had a
You don't
stroke
spell
trying to
boat
write it.
that way.
It'll give you anyone with half a brain a stroke. Anyway.
But he's like, oh, no. What you gotta do here is you gotta take them out to the swamp. You gotta give them a good tour. You gotta hit the ice and go skit scat, and they're gonna pay extra. Take them by the Rougarou statue we put out there that goes, ah.
He wanted you to purposely run into ice with the boat that's not made to go into ice.
That sounds reckless.
He's not a good boss.
Where is your boss, by the way?
Back in New Orleans. Probably at the office, at the Boom Boom Boat office.
We're going to talk to the sheriff about that
In
shit.
the Boom Boom Boat building. Right next to the Crescent City Ghost Tours.
Alright, we're going to have to talk to the sheriff about that bit.
Do we want to take bets on how quickly they're trying to rename that office?
I think we'd all lose that bit. So.
Well, I mean, he started out making sauce for shrimp and then just branched into the boat business.
I'm not even going to question that. Anyway.
Probably
Go
best.
But, so, like, I got out here. They're drunk. They're annoying. Half of them are from New York. The other half are from, Dallas. So, terrible places all around.
And they're tourists.
And
They
they're
don't get along either.
sitting there arguing, and then, like, where are the gators? Where are the gators? I'm like, it's January. Gators aren't out right now because it's cold. A lot of them are breathing through their buttholes underwater in hibernation. Them and all the snapping turtles. I mean, especially with the ice, they don't want to be up here. They're cold-blooded, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I try not to hit them with the fan boat because they'll mess it up. And also, you'll probably kill the gator, and that ain't cool. I don't have tags for that this season.
Right. So
So-
what happened?
So we went around. I took him by the Rougarou statue, and it was... Boss had it lit up. Going, "Arr." Like, he took like 8 different, those Spirit Halloween, like the corpse of Kmart stores that sell Halloween stuff. Got like a bunch of those animatronics and combined them to make this big old spooky thing.
Oh,
And-
that's going to offend the Rougarou.
And they're all like, ah. And so, like, then I'm coming back, and then was like, it's coming after us, it's coming after us. And I'm like, stupid tourist. And then all of a sudden, da-boom. And I turned, look, it was coming after us. It was like this giant wolf thing.
A wolf thing.
Yeah, like a giant wolf thing. And it, like, raked the side of the boat, spun us, and then we hit a tree, and then, like, we shot some sparks up in its face, and it got kind of offended, I guess, and, like, had big feelings about that and left.
So, wolf, like, look like what the Rougarou statue looks like, or like movie werewolf wolf thing?
I don't know, like a wolf the size of a rhinoceros. No wolves are that big. That's why I said a wolf thing.
2 legs, 4 legs?
It was on 4.
Tiger
think-
wolf? Out here?
Heard of Stranger Things, but yeah, out here, questions. Can you describe the wolf? Does it coloration?
There's a big dark gray and black wolf with like big eyes, man, and like teeth.
It's connected to all the.
It was out during
The
the
dog
daytime,
tags.
so
So it hit the boat. Boat spun out.
We hit a tree. Everybody got scattered out, like over near the boat landing.
Hitting the trees that broke the fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
Well, I've had to be around your roommate more than once, so I don't think you're high.
So like, yeah.
And you're saying that they did not breathalyze you.
No, that I said I won't do anything with you pigs until I have a lawyer. My buddy Calvin's supposed to be coming to pick me up, and he's bringing a lawyer. What's his name? Samuel Meddy. He runs a law firm over there out of Tremay.
Of course he does. All right, look. I don't think you're under the influence because this is clicking for a few things we've already heard.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to make sure they know that. Going to bring up the fact that you disagreed with them saying that you've been breathalyzed. Also going to ask why the fuck they didn't call the boss first to come down here.
That is a very good question. I do have an additional question. So, how long have you been working the tours, and how often are you out here?
I've been doing it just like the last 2 years, man. Like,
Oh.
I made it to NOLA. Like, I'm originally from up near like St. Louis.
Yeah, yeah.
Made it down here around NOLA a couple years ago. Crashed with my boy Calvin. We used to play Warhammer Online together. So like, he said I could crash with him for a while, and so this is what I've been doing to make ends meet. I mean, you can't do much.
Yeah,
You know, with a master's in
it's a job.
business in New Orleans, you just can't seem to get a job down here. They still want you to have like 7 years experience.
You have to be 18 with 47 years of experience and a master's degree in doctorates or something.
Something like that. My child just caused a heat.
Nah,
I just heard a crash from the living room.
So you've been working this job for a while.
It's just a couple years, yeah.
So, have you noticed, like, seen any large dog sightings or
Huh?
He put his plate where he was supposed to.
Okay.
any large dog sightings here recently or in the past year, or has there been an uptick in stuff? Because
I mean, the only large dog-like thing I saw was today, man.
So, has anything odd stuck out to you before today?
It's a swamp, dude.
That's fair.
I mean, yes.
You don't ask questions about shit down here. You just
I have
acknowledge
to.
it and leave.
Unfortunately, we have.
I don't have that luxury anymore.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay, well.
Kind of
Plus,
like
you might want to tell your boss to kick it up a notch on the Rougarou statue unless he wants to offend the real one.
okay.
Um,
Like, I'm assuming that you're not lying because you made like a spear pop up out of fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But like, oh shit. Was that what attacked the boat?
no.
No,
No.
you weren't a pizza delivery guy, so.
Don't. You
Don't worry
don't
about
want to
it.
know. You don't want to know.
Alright, let's go check out.
Well, let's.
Just sit tight, I'm sure Calvin will be here before long.
Yeah.
And what was your lawyer's name again?
Samuel Meddy.
He's gotta get more creative. Get up, I'm gonna walk back out front.
Abby's just leaving the room. She's like, damn it.
Ranger Moros.
To Ranger Moros. It has just come back in. Yeah, it's really picking up out there.
Mr. Polk insists that he was not breathalyzed or drug tested whatsoever because he didn't want to do it without.
Oh, you
a,
gotta take that up with the
present.
cops. I'm just the ranger. That's the cops.
Just wondering if you actually witnessed them doing it.
They said they did, so I didn't doubt them.
Mm-hmm. Officer. Nopes.
Both officers are still outside.
Oh, I need to go see if our friend I noticed out there is still there too.
You go do that. I want to talk with the ranger for a minute.
Alright, I'm gonna button up my coat and I'm gonna go outside.
I want to
I'm used to this kind of weather.
Yeah, for this So that's pizza.
There we go. I got music.
I was gonna say, what the fuck was that? Jesus, I thought like one of our pipes was gonna explode. Jesus.
So as you step outside, you can see that the snow is not let up. And
What is that supposed to be?
it's winter ambiance.
In hell?
Apparently. I mean, I can find
Like, that sounds like maybe an avalanche. You don't really hear snow. We gonna die.
I was about to say, are we underwater?
Right?
This isn't just part of the
Yeah, so hold on, we gotta get to the ad from
iceberg.
Whataburger.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
We're not doing free advertising.
No.
Woo!
Let's hashtag sponsor us, Whataburger.
I go hard fast.
There is definitely no ads playing over this
I don't
sound.
I don't want to hear about an elderly lady going hard and fast.
Oh, no.
Gross.
Ew.
There you go.
I don't think that's any better.
This is what you get because you didn't like the first one.
Yeah.
Deal with it. Anyway, so you get out and you can see that the snow is not let up. It's probably 4 inches deep now.
We've only been here like an hour. 4
Like,
inches in an hour? That's a fucking blizzard.
yeah, there seems to be an issue here. Both
I'm
the
gonna
officers.
turn it down a little bit.
Both the officers are looking at the parking lot. Kind of like, here's the fan boat. They're right here, kind of looking back towards the parking lot. As you look in their direction, you watch as a yellow cab slides sideways slowly and then clips one of the police cars, which then clips into the other police car. And
Calvin, I swear to God, if you hit my car.
and the taxi slides up onto the sidewalk.
I'm assuming Calvin gets out.
No one gets out.
I'm gonna walk over to it and look in the window. Is it Calvin?
Calvin,
I'm really glad you didn't hit my car, Calvin.
like, I was trying not to,
Appreciate it.
because I only know one person that drives an old Studebaker.
Only thing I can drive, Calvin.
No, there's other things.
Very few.
I saw you
have
drive
the money
that-
for the good ones.
I saw you drive a Model T one time.
Yeah, it doesn't go fast enough.
Anyway, so like, is my boy Dandrew in there? Like, I also, I got a letter from his lawyer saying that he cannot speak to the officers until he is present, but due to the weather situation, he cannot make it out.
He can literally show up wherever the fuck he wants.
Like, no, it's just a lawyer.
You're stupid. Say the name real slow.
Samuel Meddy.
Take out the yule.
Oh! Do you think the Baron knows?
Get out the car, Calvin.
The door's kind of... No, the door is like the way he clipped and spun. I'm gonna have to like get out the passenger side.
Get out the car, Calvin.
Hold on, let me roll down the window.
Officers! Believe
Nope.
Calvin here has a letter from their lawyer.
There's no response.
I turn around. Are they there?
Yeah, they're I mean, it's hard to see because I mean it is falling to where you've had 4 inches in 2 hours.
Officer!
No response.
I'm gonna walk over to him.
Both of them are frozen solid.
Oh, fuck!
Just both of them.
I don't poke him enough to fall over.
You don't T1000 them. There's no response. There's icicles on them. It is Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining.
That's not good. I'm gonna open my sight and look around again.
Without making roll, there's more of those little floating creatures just staring at you from a distance.
Calvin, get inside.
Like, I'm already there. He's like leaning out the door with a cup of cocoa already.
Is
There's a nice lady in here that's just giving out like cocoa and shit, man.
the ghost of the pirate still out there?
No.
Damn it. They're not moving closer, they're just standing there?
Oh no, they're staring directly at you. You can't make. They're far enough away you still can't make out features, but they are staring at you.
What can I roll to see if I know what the hell these might be?
Roll weird. Okay, inside, Calvin just came in and took a cup of cocoa straight from Abby's hand because she was standing near the doors. Oh, thanks. That's really cool.
I was just.
She'll stab him.
Y'all haven't killed
slowly
Calvin
pull the
yet.
knife. I don't think we can. He's got some divine protection going on.
Well, kinda.
Idall's gonna talk to the ranger. So, I think with all the sightings, wolves and what, like I know.
Court's Tavern.
What?
It's a Court's Tavern.
Go watch your
the
movie.
He really likes Onward.
I don't know what he's talking about. A Manicore's Tavern.
There's a Manticore's Tavern in Onward.
The Manticore owns a tavern.
So,
It's basically Chuck E. Cheese.
Or TGI Fridays.
More like that.
I know wild dogs are a thing around in this general area. Well, they're kind of all over, but I didn't think wolves or anything of the sort were down here for the most part.
Well, I mean, we got coyotes and we got
Yeah, but yotes are tiny little things. Slightly larger than a small dog.
Yote's about the size of a middle-sized dog. They can, I mean, they might not be 40, 50 pounds, but they're about the same height.
Yeah, I guess.
But no, we ain't had any trouble with coyotes recently. I mean, there's been a couple reports of wild dogs, and every time I or one of the other rangers went out there, they're gone.
Well, yeah, that's usually how it goes. I'm just trying to make sense of these large dog sightings. Something so big is uncommon.
I mean, people lose a dog or people put out a dog. I mean, it's not unusual to find out someone let out a mastiff or pitties. A lot of pitties get let loose, man. Cops don't try to take care of them. You know, when they bust up some of those rings, or some people have to run and just leave the dog and they end up out here. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is you're around. I mean, not much you can do with the wild dogs. I mean, turn them over to the animal control, but half the time that just means they're going to euthanize them. I mean, other people shoot them.
Yeah. Well, you think that's been the case? Just packs of wild dogs like this, or you? I mean, you obviously look a bit more experienced in the ranger side. You think something else is going on, or what's your gut tell you?
It's weird. Weird shit happens in the swamp.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about the only thing I can tell you is weird shit happens in the swamp. But, I mean, it's not the first time. I mean, I've run wild dogs off. I mean, the cops got most of these reports because, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Other than catching a poacher or somebody that's squatting out here, I ain't got a whole lot of authority.
Yeah, no, I get it. You know, there was a theme park that I was trying to open up. They just had all kinds of issues.
Oh, you talking about Boudreaux's Beach?
Yeah, Boudreaux's Beach. Did you know they had a damn giant squid in their bayou?
Never heard that. I heard that, you know, some of the rides broke down because they never actually fixed them. They just painted over them.
Oh, there's that too.
They had closed down. I mean, that lady died. She drowned when the whipper, the one that went loop around, fell off. Like, her kids magically got saved. I saw that on the Televangelist Network. They said Jesus swooped down and saved the
Oh, yeah,
babies.
ain't that something? But no, that's probably why you didn't read about it in the papers. There's so much other stuff going on, but damn giant squid. of
Never
sorts
heard
in
about
there.
it, about giant squid there.
Yeah, it was crazy. I figured it'd be deep ocean, but nah, bayou.
But squid like saltwater. I took biology in high school.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was there, tentacles and all.
Weird.
But yeah, craziness. I know, crazy in bayou.
So I mean, that if you think, I mean, maybe we should try to get a hold of Kat and Alvix and see. I'll try to call them on their cell phone again, make sure that they ain't been hurt by any of these. wild dogs or anything, but
I'll tell you what, this weather's picking up. And you said the two officers went outside?
they were still investigating that. I came in when it started really coming down.
Yeah. Hey, any other rangers or people in the area other than Cat and Alvin?
Well, I mean, those they're up at the if they're doing. Honestly, they're probably up there just getting drunk, staying away from their family. Cat has 8 kids.
Oh, yeah.
Alvix just found out that he is part of a second family.
Ah.
It's been rough. It's been 2023 was a hell of a or whatever year this is. 2020 whatever has been a hell of a time. So it's been rough. So I mean, it would not surprise me if they were up there just had a couple cases and a fifth and were just enjoying the quiet. But I mean, they got a wood stove up there. They're probably fine.
We're kind of planning on going up there, asking them some questions if they're cognizant, and just making sure they're all right. Weather's getting really bad. And not used to this kind of thing down here. Are there any rangers or anybody?
Well,
that's
there's
out
a
on
couple.
the
There's a
bayou?
couple other ranger stations. I mean, this isn't a ranger station. This is just a tourist center, and we got an office here. We share it with whenever tourism management is here. But I mean, we got a ranger station probably about 8 miles up that way, and we got my cabin that I stay in. That's part of a campground. That's used to be part of a campground. Now it's more or less. Never played that game Phasmophobia, and when you're staying in a cabin in the woods and then go outside to pee.
Yeah.
It gives you the spooks.
You got an extra radio?
Yeah. Hold on. And he hands you this old, chunky metal, like 1970s, like long distance walkie-talkie. CB-esque antenna on this bitch. Like, you could probably whip someone in the face for one harm with this thing.
I'm just thinking the weather's about to get real bad.
Yeah, I'm staying here.
Hold
Hold on. It points over as Calvin has come in and taken the hot cocoa out of Abby's hand, thinking that he was just being offered it.
Oh, that's Calvin. He's a cab driver. I guess he's here for his roommate.
He ain't going nowhere else. We're all going to hunker down in here.
Ah.
See if anything comes on the... Since y'all showed up, we have just not been able to receive anything. Usually we are able to pick up a couple PBSs in some of the games.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
But shit, I'm not.
No, we're gonna have to go out there. I just want to make sure, everybody that would be around in this general area at the park is kind of hunkered down.
I mean, there's 2 other rangers out here right now.
Mm-hmm.
We usually have 4 or 5 on staff scattered over because, I mean, there's us, and then there's the island park, and then there's the reserve on the other side of the bay.
I was wrong. There is advanced moves on Use Magic.
Oh.
Oh, you just want to give them a call, check on them, make sure
I'll
getting...
do a roundabout.
Here. All
Check.
right.
I mean, all the parks around here kind of communicate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the hugest park. I mean, I worked at Yellowstone one summer. Shit.
But,
Not as bad as when I was over in the Appalachia. Weird shit happened in the Appalachians, too. You hear a scream, you go back inside and don't worry.
yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm very familiar about what goes on out there. But I think I'm going to grab Sybil, and we're going to try and make our way on up to the hunting camp, see if we...
hold on. He goes back and he comes back. We got an old ATV cart.
All
Make
right.
it a little bit easier. So, you mean, it's not big, but moving 15, 20 miles...
We're probably going to try to take one of the boats. Car might be better.
I would. He looks outside as the snow and everything's coming down. I would not get on the water right now. So, Sybil, what'd you roll on that weird roll?
11.
11. You're okay. An 11. For a second, my brain went 7.
No.
With an
I rolled
11, these are small folk.
Faye.
These are small folk. They're the Fae. You're not. I'm going to say you can't right off the bat, even with 11, tell 100% what type of small folk it is, because their small folk covers such a broad area, but they're unseelie.
I was gonna say, I could probably guess they're unseelie with the weather.
They're unseelie, and I'll say within 11, putting 2 to 2 together with the 2 frozen cops and a whole bunch of little folk, that they're probably related. But I mean, they are keeping a distance from you. But it's kind of like when you walk, if you walk around or if you walk back towards the building, you know they're watching you.
Are they keeping their distance because they're watching? Because they seem like they're scared?
There is a bit of that, but it's also, you're getting the vibe from them that it's kind of like a predator that's not 100% sure if what they're staring at is not a bigger predator.
I'm gonna kind of hold a hand out. I'm not here to hurt anyone. Neither are they. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. I don't want to cause you any unnecessary problems. I prefer none come on me either.
Okay, they don't respond as you go back to the building. Again, it is very much they are watching you as you watch them.
I'm gonna walk backwards towards the building. I'm not gonna walk inside, but I'm gonna open the door. We might have a little bit of a problem with the officers out here.
No, what? The one slip and fall?
Not exactly. But, might need some help bringing them in.
What?
Like, what happened? Calvin sticks his head back outside. Oh!
They're, frozen.
So they're like dead, man.
They're not necessarily dead, Calvin. I'm pretty sure this is something on the magical spectrum. Might want to bring them inside before it could get any worse, though.
Idall's gonna go ahead and just drag them.
Okay, Idall, roll me tough.
Might want to have the ranger help you.
I mean, the ranger's coming out to help, but damn it, ads.
That's a 12 on advanced.
I can't switch my advanced move, can I?
No.
I know I'm taking one level up again.
So I do have advanced on tough.
So what happens when you roll advanced on tough?
Oh, do you want me to? Is it like a kick some ass or protect someone?
This is just moving the statues.
Yeah.
I mean, just describe to me how you move them. Okay, so you just grab
literally dragging them in.
Okay, you hear you jerk back on the first one.
Well, it's a slow pushback, you know.
Or you
Not
pull
just-
back. Yeah, you still hear a snap from lower down. The feet are still frozen to the ground, and about 2 inches of shin is still sticking up. It is ice all the way.
Okay, yep, they're dead.
As you go to put him back, and he just falls over and cracks.
No. Stay.
Do you still have your sight open?
Yeah.
As Idall seems to be focusing on this, you watch as the circle of these little folk gets tighter and tighter around him.
Get back inside. Get back inside. Idall, inside, now.
Huh?
Go inside.
Okay. I'm just gonna let him fall, and I go back to the door.
Dead anyway. That's gonna be real gross when they thaw out.
Idall, the palms of your hands are a little bit raw from touching. Like when you touched him, it was literally like ice, and you didn't state you had gloves on.
No, I don't.
Are they like falling idle, or are they closing in on the 2 officers' bodies?
Now, as like you say that, the circle stops. Now that Idall is aware.
I said we don't want trouble.
Something out there.
Yes. Small folk.
Small folk.
Very. Faye. Unseelie, that's all I can tell.
I was about to ask which court.
Several dozen by the looks of them.
A lot of Unseelie. Okay. Ain't calling me any favors, goddammit.
Cold weather gear. Because I wasn't touching that ice very long. My hands hurt.
Yeah, that's.
It's not enough to take harm, but it's if anyone's ever touched metal or just grabbed a chunk of ice without wearing like protective anything because you're in the south.
Yeah, it
and you-
hurts.
Yeah, it's like that top layer of skin.
It's like being burned, but not.
Oh God, she's wanting to play. Claire's mom wants to play VR. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Alright.
So when I made Idall aware, they stopped.
Yeah, because you started yelling at him to get back in, and it seemed the second Idall's like looking around, and you have your sight open, they stop moving, and a couple of them are looking at you, but the rest of them still. And again, you can't really make out a lot of features, but there's a hungry stare at Idall from them.
Idall?
Is something looking at me thinking I'm food?
Yeah. Slowly back up and go inside.
Dude.
Did they move as Idall moves?
As Idall moves, they kind of the perimeter reforms to where it's almost like a half dome or a semicircle forming from the front door. As he's coming in, they're staying the same distance away until they get to the edge of the building.
I kind of step in front of, even though I know it's a semicircle, I make a step in front of Idall as a sign of don't even think about it.
Roll manipulate and see if you can intimidate these Fae.
Should I give him the dupe?
No, don't want to do it just yet.
Should I pull out the horn?
I thought you said the Duke.
I was gonna say would it be act under
Give him the
pressure
dupe.
instead, but my charm and my cool are both 0. Don't fuck up.
I mean, if you fuck up, it's experience.
Yeah.
I'm the one that fucks up the least in all these games.
Yeah, this is your system. That's an 8.
That's pretty good.
That's an 8. Straight 8. I don't have anything to add.
That's pretty good.
So they're gonna do it, and I'm gonna say you don't have to provide anything else because they were already keeping a distance from you.
He's not on the menu today. No one with me is. We are trying to figure out what's happening, and we will be gone. And I'm gonna back up along with Idall. Be like, "They're in the building. They're in the building."
I'm in the building.
Y'all get back through the glass door. As you turn around, Sybil, standing the distance between you and Idall, you're staring directly into the face of a ghostly individual.
Oh shit! Really? Everyone knows you're gonna think I'm crazy. Can you speak with me?
Oh, really?
I
There's
say-
something in here too.
I say it in French.
We. Sybil is talking to someone, like, there's this much space between you and her.
The ghost pirate's in front of you.
Like, you went through something that felt kind of cold and condescending.
Captain Lafitte.
My dad's here.
No, I'm not.
What's your name? I'm speaking in French because I assume that's what he understands.
Gustav.
Stop. Why are you here as a pirate? Ghost, Gustav?
Oh, I'm not even gonna do a fake French accent.
You'll offend somebody because it'll probably just turn into
was killed at the battle of...
They'll turn into Jamaican or something. You know that.
Anyway, no, I got killed at the Battle of New Orleans. I took a cannonball to just opens up his shirt and there's just a hole through him.
No. Alright.
And a little possum ghost's head pops up. He lives there now. He got killed by the same cannonball. We're kind of stuck together.
Right.
That's Gilliam.
Gilliam. No Gilliam. I look around the ghost again. I know you all think I'm insane. Just bear with me. Can you tell me about what's going on out there?
Oh, I got absolutely no clue. I'm just...
You never seen the little folk out there before?
I see little folk.
You
There's,
know what,
there's
you know what they're doing?
not those. Those are new.
Those are new. Great.
Yeah. The Black Kettle crew are the ones that usually stay out here. It's a bunch of boggarts. They were released by a witch a while back. They've been kept in a thermos. What's a thermos?
Something you keep liquid in.
That's a wineskin.
Not really. Related. Anyway, do you know anything about what happened to the boat out there, either?
Hit Cypress Street.
Well, the guy driving the boat said that there was a very large wolf-like thing that attacked.
Oh yeah, the Loop Guru. Yeah, I saw the Loop Guru.
I'm sorry. Loop Guru?
Loop Guru. Big wolf. That's what we call him.
Oh, God damn it. Not Rougarou. Loop
No. He hasn't been here for years. Actually, there's a bunch more of us crew that kind of keep an eye out so we can scooch all the other supernatural creatures out of the way of him. He likes hors d'oeuvres.
Can you remind me, do you know the difference between the loop and the Rougarou? Because I'm a little rusty.
Rougarou, there's one. He lives here.
I'm very well acquainted with the Rougarou.
Loop Guru, just big ass wolf.
Great. You don't happen to know where they're hanging out around in the preserve or the reserve, do you?
I get to go like 60 yards from here all around.
Fair enough.
Like we have like me and like
Everyone just sees Sybil speaking French to the air in front of her.
Pierre over there is like another 60 yards down. He got hit by a British rifle. We yell at each other to as close as we can get. Being a ghost sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
Unless you're the captain, he gets to go to New
Oh
Orleans.
God, that's gonna make her sick, probably, Claire.
Ooh, at least hey, don't let your mom play VR Phasma.
Oh no. Alright, so we're dealing with Loop Guru, and we're dealing with... Did you happen to see them do whatever they did to the officers out there?
Yeah,
What did they do?
drink their heat out of them like it was a juice pouch.
Fun. Okay. Shit. Okay.
They're like little heat vampires.
I see. Alright, Gustav, thank you very much for the extra info. And getting him.
I'm gonna have to draw this now. The ghost that has a freaking ghost possum in its chest, don't I?
Yeah. Okay.
Claire's gonna have to anchor her mom to the ground with ankle weights.
Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna close my third eye. I'm gonna walk around where I know the ghost is. Okay.
Well, what'd you find out?
Well, things out there are basically little heat vampires.
The things that come after me? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're apparently very warm. They wanted to suck it out of you.
Abby's glare.
Not like that, Abby.
Abby has already produced an axe.
So they're a problem. But
Her response to the correct answer is hot.
the other thing is, our other ghost friend here, that's in the area. Let me know what we're dealing with is probably a loop guru. Sort of more of a wild pack.
Any relation to the Rougarou?
Not the same thing.
Okay, good. Small blessings, I guess.
Sort of, except there's more than one. They're like
Probably a pack.
they're a pack.
Yeah. A pack of doggos.
Which is probably what's been seen running around. So that's what we're dealing with that took out the boat.
I'll be honest, kind of kind of a positive. I was worried. Like, my mind was jumping to what they refer to in Europe as a black dog.
Oh no, that'd be real bad.
Yeah.
That'd be real bad. This I know we can kill.
Elsewhere, the Rougarou's emissary is just petting a Grim, calling it "Who's a good boy."
Yeah,
Just don't want to deal with a black dog today.
No, I don't need that kind of omen on me right now.
I don't want to get a black dog off my back.
Ranger Moros, where's that ATV you were talking about?
Oh, it's the you go through the back. There's a little bit of a garage on the back of this place.
I mean, if we made a wide enough berth around the spookies out there, we can probably circumvent them.
Alternatively, we could just blast right through.
That might not be a good idea.
You just want to be like dun 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 dun, dun on top of the ATV, just duding the horn, don't you?
And bad news about the officers. They're not coming back inside.
No, Calvin. No, like they're dead. Like Idall killed that one. I saw him. He broke him.
Idall didn't kill anybody.
He snapped him apart like a little
Not
tree.
on purpose, Calvin. He was trying to move inside, and he was struck to the ground because he was made into an ice cube.
At this time, Dandrew's like leaning up. What?
Go back inside, Polk.
He just goes back in the office.
Okay. So, where he pointed out that the garage was, it seemed like if we drive out, we'd be able to drive around the group of...
Well, they seem to be at the front door, and it's a big square building that is very plain, and the back has one of those like garage doors, like those retractable.
We got an ATV in there.
Yep.
Now, you said a cart. Is this like one of those 4-seater ATVs?
It is the souped-up golf cart kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
That works so well for us.
I mean, it just has an engine. It doesn't have any electronics.
I can handle that one. But we need to get out and move and find this thing because I have a feeling the snow is connected to the ones out there.
I wonder why I decided to come down here, other than it's hot, humid, and miserable. Now it's cold, humid, and miserable.
I don't know. We're gonna have to find them to see if we can get any answers. I'm only worried about those things making their way in here.
Calvin just, in a moment of clarity, you know, like they can't, right?
Right, Faye.
I mean, like they have to be, or if there's anything outside, it's got to be invited in. And like, Rangers sleep here sometimes, right? So like, it's
Threshold. You actually
kinda-
said something smart.
kind of like a house.
Yes.
They can't come in unless they're invited.
Oh, good.
It's got a threshold. It's like a vampire. They have to be invited in.
Y'all can see that the front windows around that door are completely frosted over, while windows on the other side of the buildings are not.
Not without lack of trying. Alright, let's get that ATV and let's get out there and see if we can find what we're looking for.
So y'all go to the back. You hear Calvin. So like, what are we gonna do, Ranger?
Sit here!
Like, no, you just hear him talking to the Ranger. Like, so what are we gonna like do while they're doing like hero shit? The Ranger goes, I got beer. Calvin.
Right on.
Nice.
So as we're going to the right, Idall's going to take a stop, look back out and say, by the way, just in case it needs to be said, don't invite anybody in.
Yeah.
The Ranger just looks at you.
I mean, you can open the door, just don't say come in. Just open
What
the
if
door.
the Ranger's about to do Calvin? But like, what if they're like freezing and shit because they're just a park goer?
Then you can
There
just
shouldn't be
step
any
out of the
car
way
goers
and they
out
can
here.
come in, but you don't invite. You just open the door, and if they walk in, but don't invite them in.
Calvin, oh, I'll help him with this, man. I got this.
Calvin,
Good.
this is the one thing Calvin is good at.
Like, my auntie's Faye, you know?
Oh, he knows the rules. Did the ceiling fall apart?
And so do I.
It's all Faye.
And then you hear from inside the other office, it just starts going into a rickroll between Calvin and Dandrew.
Getting out of here. Just slam the door.
It's still stuck in your head, man.
Alright. So
You get in there and it's a four-seater. It's a four-seater ATV.
Is it all covered?
It's got a canopy over it, but it's not the encased.
Abby's in here. Is like, I'm glad I brought the jackets. She just fishes out
Out of-
parkas from her satchel.
Did she paint like some type of hammer space bag as an upgrade?
No.
I would like before we go.
I'm just assuming she gets things from people just so she'd go away. And just identify that level of crazy and go, I want none of this, so if that's all that she wants to leave me alone, fair trade.
Before we go, I want to use magic to put a ward on the vehicle that would bar place to a specific person or type of creature, so that we are warded against the little heat vampires that are outside.
Okay.
Hey.
And I get a +1 with my practitioner.
Okay, so roll me some weird on your magics.
Ooh, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. So let's look at what happens here because it's not perfect. So you're picking the effect, and then you choose a glitch.
No, you choose a glitch.
No. It works imperfectly. Choose your effect and a glitch.
Oh.
I determine the effect the glitch has.
Say short duration.
Okay, so this is not going to last that long.
Enough for us to plow through them
So
if we need to.
you hit the ward. There's a slight glow on it as y'all get in. You have magical clothing, so that's going to negate some of the cold.
I mean, I'm also wearing I'm from Montana. I know how to dress when it's cold.
Y'all were on vacation in New Orleans.
I really think Sybil didn't bring her cold stuff.
But I also have holy armor. And
So
Abby
you-
and I are both mortal.
Immortal. So it's uncomfortable for all of you, but you're not going to be taking cold damage as you're. I mean, it would be more or less a -1 ongoing while y'all were going through
Do
this.
you want to drive or do you want me to drive?
You should probably drive.
Okay. Abby.
I might need to shoot things.
Oh, fair point. Abby, do you wanna do your little sense thing? Got it.
What's she doing?
So she's gonna use her spirit touched.
Mm-hmm.
So your experience have made you sensitive to supernatural. When you sense magical things, roll plus weird. On 10+, you can sense them fully. On a 7-9, you either sense them fully, but they notice you too, or you sense only impressions.
Okay.
So spirit touch plus weird. That's experience.
Okay, what happens when you fail?
It doesn't say.
It just fails.
Yeah, it just fails.
So she goes to do it.
I'm doing nothing.
Frump. Like the hands go out and there's a little toot noise. No magic.
It's cold.
So, y'all get someone has to do the chain thing to lift the garage door.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Alright, and there's probably 5 inches of snow on the ground and it's still coming down.
This is insane.
Wish we had the gator from up at the company. That thing was a monster. Go through everything. Trees, mud. To be fair though, it is a tank. We bought a tank.
You bought a tank.
Yes, we bought a tank.
Why do you have a tank?
Because it goes over trees and mud.
Don't other vehicles, like a Caterpillar or whatever it's called?
Yeah, but not as well as the tank.
Abby also holds up the piece of paper that lists his tax write-off.
Historical preservation.
I'm not shocked.
I feel like this gator's name is Sherman.
Funny thing is, it's a Panzer IV, one of the few surviving Panzer IVs. We souped up the engine.
Oh, great.
Elsewhere, while Idall's gone, there's just like 5 loggers.
They put the firing pin back in, and they're clearly cutting trees with the cannon.
We ain't gonna get in trouble for this, are we?
Not if you don't tell no one.
Elsewhere, there's just one like park ranger like hearing the kaboom from one of the national parks nearby.
Them hazard boys are at it again.
Anyway, so
Oh, no.
instead of the Dukes, you just have 3. You have triplets. You have the hazard trips, the triplets, the trip hazard.
Trip hazard.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Future character ideas.
Oh no. Yeah. So the gates open. Are we gonna close it on the way out, or just leave it open?
We should probably close it.
Yeah. So
Someone has to close it from the.
Is there an exit door?
Huh?
Is there an exit door next to the?
Yes, there is. It's
okay.
the thing is built for fire safety.
Yeah, then
Good.
I'll let them out, close it, and then go
Yeah.
out the door.
Okay.
Make sure that door's closed behind me.
You opening up your sight, or
Once I get in the vehicle, yeah.
okay, you do that, and you can see that these things are shifting around from the front of the building now that y'all are coming out, and there is a very warm engine.
Yeah, they're coming towards the vehicle. But
Figured. Hurry up.
I'm in.
Punch it.
Okay. Give me an act under pressure.
Okay.
It's like our child just says this. You good?
+2. It's a 9.
That is a 9. So, what happens on a 9 under act under pressure?
So the keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
So, which one of those do you want?
Hard choice.
Okay, here's the hard choice. You're either going to flood the engine, and it's not going to move for a minute as they're coming at you, or you're going to lose control a little bit as you rocket forward, because you were not expecting this little golf cart to have that much giddy up.
Alright, I'll lose control a little bit.
Okay, so Idall slams his size 18 foot down on this thing, and you're just like,
Shit!
you almost fall out the back. Abby's like, that's why you seatbelt.
It's a golf cart!
Is she sitting there holding onto her seatbelt?
And as you're going through, you start veering towards the water,
Idall!
and you also smack a couple of these Faye. Just like Sybil, you watch it as they hit. You're watching Faye hit the magical windshield of this vehicle, and it is little explosions of like winter green all over everything
Gross.
as they hit the ward.
Why is there suddenly frost on the windshield? Just turn the windshield wipers.
It's one of the ones that you gotta you gotta do it from the inside.
So I'm sitting here trying to regain control.
Roll me another act under pressure. If anybody wants to help, you can.
Yeah.
Roll help. Roll help someone out.
Abby can do it.
What do you roll to help?
To roll to help someone.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
cool.
great.
Okay. I mean, Abby can do it if you don't want to.
I mean, I can, it's just my one my great. Does she get extra for helping you?
Oh, she gets an automatic success.
Oh, we're gonna do that.
So she gets read me her ability because Pararomantic's weird.
Yeah, so it's power of love. When you use help someone to help your guide, you don't have to roll plus cool. You automatically help as though you rolled a 10. If your guide is another hunter, the same applies when they help you.
Okay, so that's an automatic success. So you get a +1.
Uh-huh. So this is what? Action repression.
Yep. What's everybody's luck at?
No.
3.
And high.
I got rid of the luck when I looked at
9
Okay.
and 11. So that's 12.
12. You get control back. Sybil, again, you just watch as Idall corrects, and you just
That's also advanced.
Huh?
That's also an advanced
What-
for me.
What do you get with the advanced version of this?
You may choose to either do what you wanted, or something extra, or to do what you wanted to absolute perfection.
Which one is it?
So no, I'm just gonna pill out, do a donut, and then take off in the direction I want to go.
So do what you intended to do with perfection.
Yes.
So yeah, you do that. Sybil, with your side open, you watch as now about half of these things have been splattered. I mean, they're only about this big. And as you get close to them, you still can't make out any defining features because it's just like this little blue glowing humanoid androgynous figure that, like, the closer you get, they do have wings. Like, delicate little snowflake wings.
Okay.
That you feel like you're destroying Christmas ornaments as they smack into your shield.
Yeah, I don't.
And the rest of them are like, well, no on this. No. It's the rest of the pack is realizing this is not the meal we are looking for because they're not stupid.
They should have realized
And that is as your shield goes down and all of you are immediately covered in frosty ectoplasm because of everything that has been hitting the ward.
Did I hit something?
Oh yeah.
I'm covered in some kind of junk.
Everything tastes a little bit like wintergreen, but like bad wintergreen. Like Idall, you would know this. It tastes like Copenhagen.
Ugh. Oh yeah,
I don't
you
like
get
it.
a lot of something.
For anybody that doesn't know what that is, Copenhagen is a type of dip that comes in wintergreen that some people's fathers used to regularly partake in. Dip is gross. Don't do it. It's how you get jaw cancer.
Yeah. Smoking's bad.
Okay. Okay, so you're going north. What are y'all? Where are y'all heading?
So I think we should go to the camp that's up there.
Start
Go
there.
check on the hunter. The two hunters they said had been missing. I think
Yeah.
it's our best bet.
Yeah, if we come across anything on the way there, we'll
Yeah.
It's about 20 miles. It's at the very
probably say
northern.
like 10 to 15.
It's about 10 to 15 to the next ranger station.
Well, we can stop off at the ranger station.
Yeah,
It should be before the.
these things have been seen everywhere, so
Okay. All y'all give me read a bad situation as y'all continue to move through
I'm doing it with my sight.
kind of the trails.
9. So that's 9 for Idall.
Okay.
Wait, that's 9.
It's a 10 for Abby.
Okay.
That's
So
9, and I get a +1 hold.
okay. So you got a 9. You got a 9. So that's one question each, and Abby got 10. That should be 2 questions, correct?
3.
I get 2 questions.
Okay. You get 2 questions.
Abby gets 3.
Okay. So look
Isn't
at
that basically all the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with Basch over there. What question are you asking first?
So we're on the trails, right?
Yeah,
What's my best way out?
the way you can go. Like literally veering off this trail in either direction is not going to be great for this because it gets back into swamp growth very quickly. To your left is the water, so that is definitely not.
Yeah.
To your right, it gets into woods that eventually goes back to the road. But this is a buff ATV, but there's trees, not just brush.
Yeah. It takes some how-to to get back to the road if I took that route.
Yeah.
Okay. Idall was just looking for paths while driving. Alright.
I get 2.
Okay, so we'll just bounce between you. So, Sybil, what is your first question?
What's most vulnerable to me?
The most vulnerable to you right now is the electronics of the vehicle you are in. You won't kill the engine, but you might kill the radio or some of the other stuff.
What's the biggest threat?
Okay, so what's the biggest threat? That rather large canid coming from the right.
Ah!
Okay, rest of the questions.
Alright. So just for perspective, Idall, knowing Sybil's here, radio's not on.
Right.
It's got turned off. So it's the backup. So you asked if there were any dangers we didn't notice.
Any dangers we didn't notice? No, I asked
What's the
what's
biggest?
most vulnerable to me and what's the biggest threat.
Yeah, the biggest threat is coming out of the woods currently.
Are there any dangers that we haven't noticed?
Yeah, there's
The
more.
giant dog coming towards us.
There's another couple set of eyes behind this thing.
Oh. Idall.
So, what is the best way to protect victims being us?
Outrun
Don't
it.
get bit.
Um,
Don't let it get close enough to bite you. Probably the best way to protect the victims.
I like to hold one.
You just hold one for later.
So Abby is going to point it out to you, Sybil. You've already noticed the big one, but she's going to point out the ones behind it.
Great, more. That's wonderful.
Idall's over there just like, I'm gonna keep driving. You want to throw some magical stuff their way and disincentivize them?
So, as y'all are driving along the trail, kind of coming out of the woods along your side is the first one, and it is bigger than the ATV. And it looks like a oversized wolf, but its shoulders are more pronounced and up, similar to the build of like a hyena. And it has thick burrs type fur coming out. The other two that are coming out come out slightly behind and are now behind the or behind the ATV. They're just as large.
Great. That's great. Okay.
So I will point out, if you act on the answers for a read bad situation, if you act on the answers, you get +1 ongoing while the information is relevant.
Is that your advanced move?
No, that's just part of read a bad situation.
Okay. So you know what the biggest threats are.
I know where they're at. I know how many. I think. So Idall is going to keep with his what's the best way out, which is, well, not really going back the way we came.
No, staying on this trail is, if you go one way or the other, it's probably not going to end well.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to go far.
Yeah.
So give me an act under pressure to drive, if that's what you're doing.
So I'm taking that +1. 7, 8.
Okay. So read me the three options again.
Worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
Which one do you want?
Worst outcome.
Okay, worst outcome.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the worst outcome is you're gonna overcorrect and you're gonna go off. You're gonna keep going forward, but you're not on the trail. You are off to the side of it, trying to get away from this thing biting y'all. So you're gonna have a -2 onward until you get back on the path because you are running over small trees and it's slowing you down.
Oh, shit. I forgot to add my cool, but it wouldn't have made a difference. Okay. Shoot.
So as it does that, it is going to, the one that you just move out of the way, bites and rips the entire canopy off the top of this thing as it jerks back. If anyone's ever been in one of these things, it's not like those are actually super secure on there unless there's a roll cage.
No.
Like literally, it looks like the top could pop on and pop off.
Okay.
All right, Sybil.
Okay, I'm gonna blast it to try and hit it and restrain it where it is so it'll stop chasing us.
Mm-hmm.
So, roll weird. Ooh, 6. No, okay, that's 9. And that is.
Don't you have a +1 with your magic?
Let's see. Technically, I'm kicking ass with my magic, so does it count?
Oh, what does it say? The ability that.
The practitioners choose 2 effects available to you under Use Magic. Take +1 to use magic. Whenever you choose one of these effects. And one of them is... Oh, okay. Inflict harm, so...
Yeah, it's in there weird.
Yeah, so I mean you get...
I mean, with my combat magic, it's...
Combat magic works slightly different, but I think that works because you are using magic to inflict harm.
Yeah, so that's a...
What's that total then?
So... So that's 9. That's 10 plus 1. So that's 10.
Okay.
So
that's a full success.
And I'm choosing to inflict +1 harm, so that's 2, 3, 4 with restraining.
Okay, so that's 4 with restraining.
Yeah.
So the first one that just ripped the roof of the ATV off, you nail it right in the chest and you watch it freeze solid and fall back,
Damn.
cracking.
Oh, damn. I didn't mean to do that.
But one of the other 2 comes up and sinks its teeth right into your shoulder.
Fuck!
That's 2 harm.
No, it's not.
But I do need a tough roll from you.
Ah, shit. Because 1 less, and then I have my...
Yeah.
So I don't take either harm.
You don't take either harm because your magical clothing and your divine whatever bodies that you have, right? But roll me tough.
Come on, you only been rolling low. 9.
9, so it's mixed success. You feel its jaw lock.
Oh no! That's
and,
bad.
And you are now dragging it.
This thing is bigger than the thing!
Yeah, it's bit into your shoulder, dragging you. If you had failed, it would have pulled you out and pinned you. So the mixed success is it still has a hold of you, and it's doing a head shake.
I got pulled out of the cart?
No. You are
How am I
dragging.
still in the cart?
Because you rolled well enough.
Let's cut her off. Jesus Christ!
I think our child kidnapped the other player. I'll be right back.
Hi.
You're left alone with the internet.
I don't want to be alone with the internet. It's scary.
Huh?
It bit me.
Yep. Abby's about to respond.
She froze one.
Uh-huh.
Another one bit her, and because she saved on a tough roll, it's got mixed success. Y'all are currently now dragging one that has locked its jaw onto Sybil's shoulder. If she had lost, it would have pulled her off and pinned her. So, for all intents and purposes, you now have a -3 to driving because you're off-road going through brush and dragging a small rhinoceros with you. Actually, let me rephrase that. You're dragging an elk-sized canid.
Okay. So, Abby. It's her turn, right?
Yeah, it's Abby's turn.
Runic Saber.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna stand on the seats like a Captain Morgan, and she's gonna stab this thing in the face.
Okay, roll kick some ass.
So,
Mhm.
that's 6, 9, 10.
Okay, so
So on a 10, you choose one extra effect.
You can gain advantage or pass one on, inflict terrible harm, which is +1 harm, suffer 1 less harm, or force them where you want them.
I'm going to force this dog where I want it.
Okay.
Just off the car.
Okay, so you stab it. How much damage does her saber do?
It's 2 harm, magic. I also have marked weakness.
Oh, it's weakness? Is it? You said it's listed as weakness?
Yeah.
Okay, so she stabs it, and you watch as white flames erupt from the muzzle of this
Right.
dog.
So it has weakness because it counts as her. So what the ability that she got from Idall is Smite. So it says your body and divine weapons always count as weakness against monsters you fight.
Yeah. So she stabs it, and you watch Sybil as this thing is lashed onto your shoulder. And if next turn you're going off of this thing based on mass, and you just watch as this saber comes over and hits it right like in the eye, and you watch as white flames erupt from it, and it lets go and tumbles back onto the road. But as that happens, the last one is going to latch onto Abby for 2 harm. Does she have any armor?
Oh, she suffers 1 less damage now that she's
Okay,
immortal.
so it's 2, but I need a tough roll from her.
Tough. Okay. So that's a level up for Abby.
Okay, you watch as the last one of these large wolves jumps over as Abby's whipping back her saber looking cool, and she just goes off the side of the ATV underneath this thing into the brush, knocking over a tree.
Oof.
So, back to Idall, who's driving, and just had the top of the vehicle ripped off, one of your team members almost ripped out of the vehicle. Your girlfriend just got pounced by a massive doggo.
What you gonna do?
Brakes. I'ma kill it.
Brake. Just do the Shaun of the Dead moment. Boot on the brake. Slamming it into park.
Turning the wheel hard as the thing comes around. Idol's gonna open the door and step out, axe in hand.
Step back here!
Idall getting this cool moment. Sybil.
For some reason, there's explosions in the background.
Give me an act under pressure just to see if you pulled this part off all cool.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You do. Now you gonna go up there and smack a doggo?
Oh, I'm gonna smack a doggo.
Just horn turns into axe.
Yes. Do I need to roll a kick some ass?
Yeah. I'm sorry, it has ads.
It's like the Mega Man playing there? What the heck?
No, it's a Facebook ad.
4, 5, 6, 7.
That's a mixed success.
You are so washed out.
Yeah, I know. So now we know if we play earlier in the day in here, we need to put curtains up. Dewey's passed out.
He's happy.
Like,
Okay.
he was happy when I took a nap on this thing the other day.
Sure he was.
He just snuggled right up to me.
So yeah, my axe is 3 harm, and it has magic, holy, messy. It's my divine weapon, so weakness
How much damage is it?
3.
3. Okay. I'm gonna say you kill this thing, but the manner in which the system works, it responds.
Yes.
By it turns to you with Abby still in its jaws, and Abby's not little compared to Sybil and Idall. She might look it, but
Yeah.
she looks. This thing's massive, and it looks like it's flinging it's like watching a dog with a chew toy. And it just whips you, and you're going to get smacked by Abby's foot for 2 damage as you kill it.
That's not the first time she's kicked me. Which, so I've got armor and -1 harm when taking damage.
So you get a foot to the face, you're like, ow. And it goes down, and Abby just stands back up. There's a nasty bite wound over here, but it doesn't look like it's gonna... Our child is running in here to like see if what we're doing, and then go back to
I
his
just
movie.
hear him thump-a-lumping everywhere.
Causing chaos.
My child has 2 modes: asleep and gallop.
Pretty much.
Hmm?
At least he doesn't shriek.
Don't do that to us.
He's outgrown that stage.
Anyway, so it's down. And as you look at these 3 things, because the one that's frozen and toppled over is not too far behind y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Give me weird. See if you'll know what these are. Did one try to escape?
Yeah. Let me reroll that.
10.
10.
5, 8, 10.
Okay. Abby.
She doesn't know. That's a 3.
Alright, she gets experience. These are wargs.
Wargs?
Wargs. W-A-R-G. Wargs. In the Tolkien-esque
I was going to
sense.
say, like,
Yes.
aren't those a Tolkien thing?
Well, wargs are also a Norse thing. It's more or less there goes wolves, dire wolves, warg.
Oh, bigger than direwolf. Okay.
Yeah, wargs is not fun.
Super direwolf. Great.
They're big enough to be mounts.
Yeah.
So it's direwolf.
Scouty's wolf might be considered a
What else
warg,
do we know about
but it
wolves?
also might be just a large.
Okay, so what,
Because Idall and I
what you
both
know?
have kind of a Norse background here.
Okay, so wargs. In other words, the Clydesdale of wolves, if you will. Thank you, Claire. That is a great way to describe them. Watch out when Santa Claus comes to town riding upon his wagon pulled full by 5 wargs. That'd be the best beer company. Have to have muzzles, though.
Yeah, wargs are mean.
Wargs are an oversized wolf. Like, wolves and dire wolves are naturally occurring creatures. Wargs are descendants of some of the mythical wolves of the world. Budweiser wargs. Let's be honest, Guinness would have them.
So
Give a
he
full
called-
new definition to Irish wolfhounds.
So the good stuff called them Lukguru. These are wargs. Are those about the same thing?
Well,
Or would it be what they would
loup-garou
call
is... Well, loup-garou in French can be translated to big wolf or werewolf. These are not turning back into people.
them? Yeah.
It's just that these wargs somewhere back in there...
April Krampus's sled.
That sounds terrible. So are all 3 of them down?
All 3 of them are
I
down.
thought we only took out 2.
No, you froze one.
I froze one. He
Abby stabbed one, and then he
Oh.
axed it.
Because Abby stabbed the one that bit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her sword counts as
Oh,
weakness.
okay.
So that one still seems... Both the ones that they killed still seem to have, like, white flames licking the wounds that they that were inflicted. But somewhere in these creatures' parentage, there is a supernatural creature, and that is why wargs exist. They usually also follow said ancestor in a pack.
Are the 2 that are not frozen solid close to each other?
I mean, yeah, close enough. I mean, snow's still coming.
Yeah.
Are they both dead?
Yeah,
Okay.
they ain't moving. One has a white fiery hole in its face where an eye used to be. The other one has
I
it
didn't
where
know if
like
the
a
one that
neck
Abby
used to
got
be.
was actually dead or not. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he'd not get back up. He got a sword through the eye, the brain.
Can I use magic to observe another time or place to maybe see where they were earlier
Yeah, totally.
today?
Roll weird. Roll weird.
Nine.
9. So, you guys see it, but you gotta pick a glitch.
Really gonna take 1 harm. Because if I take 1 harm and ignore armor, the resilience doesn't come in because that's really not from you.
No, this would be from your action. This is why big magic gets dangerous for the chosen.
I'm gonna risk taking the 1 harm.
Okay.
Because I don't want to bring more attention to us.
So, as you touch it and you look back, Going back through dog attention is weird. Because you feel like it's been ages that you're traveling back through. Going through this large predatory canid's mine. And you watch as it is in a pack of probably 24
Fuck.
that have two much larger wolves, like nearly twice the size of these, at the head. You see that both of them are, the two larger wolves are dark gray in color. And it's almost like they have swirled patterns through their fur or carved into them. Like there's bits of flesh kind of exposed and there's runes on them. But depending on the time of day is when which of the large wolves is in the lead. During the day, the one that is like mostly gray with black in patterns is in the front, and the one that is mostly gray with black, sorry, say the one that was mostly gray with black was in during the day. The one that's black with mostly gray patterns carved into it seems to lead at night, and they seem to be chasing the sun or the moon directly whenever they are in charge of the pack, and the pack follows, and anything that gets in the way is just food. But the last thing you pick up before coming back into your own senses is the one that's in charge that's chasing the sun, it looks like. It's not so much said because they don't communicate, but it's almost like you feel its intent of be careful, it's father's territory. And then you're back, and you have a little bit of blood running out of your ears.
Ah.
A little bit of ringing, a little bit of tinnitus.
That doesn't look nice. We should get back in the car and keep moving. The gator?
If it still moves.
Oh yeah, it still moves.
Oh, it still moves. He just did a really cool handbrake turn, get out like a boss while still going, so he could go axe what bit his girlfriend.
Ask it what its problem
It's saying
is.
these are father's lands. Does it seem like that was something recently?
Yeah, like the area you were, like, you could see cypress trees. This is father's territory.
I don't know all the territorial disputes down here, but wouldn't this fall under Baron's domain?
No, they're
No?
the city. Not out here. I'm wondering if it's what I'm thinking of, but I don't know if they're connected to them or not. I convey everything I saw to them.
Okay, having both, after talking about the description of both wolves, both of y'all roll me a weird.
8, 9, 10.
11.
Okay. Idall, you've met both of these when they were pups. You heard stories. The runes that she describes on the one that said, this is father's territory, are the markings of Skull. Skoll. The wolf that will one day eat the sun.
So
Okay.
That's one of the children of Loki. Fenrir.
Fenrir. One of Fenrir's kids.
Oh, great.
Which means the other one might be Hati, the wolf that will one day devour the moon.
Is the Fenrir one the same that's dressed in this?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is grandkids. Okay.
No, which he killed might be his grandkids.
That's what the...
Yeah.
Yeah. You said Skull is one of the children of Fenrir.
Skull and Hati are both
Oh, their Skull. Okay.
the pups of Fenris.
I met them as puppies.
This is gonna be interesting.
You think we can talk them down?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not super great with the doggos.
I know that.
Hold up, why Claire give us the monitor lizard face?
Because of the way you said it, or she's excited.
Frecky and Jerry are good wolves that are off gathering information and getting all the treats. They're also probably bitching at Hunnigan and Moonin for getting most of the fanfare.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's why Frecky's handle is Frecky, is because she likes Frecky the side wolf.
Huh.
So these... This is interesting.
Claire, you remember I did that when we played that one game as I went by Frecky the side wolf?
Oh.
The side one. Did I can't really tell where they were for us to go anywhere else than we were over
No, there was just...
No absolute dare! You have offended the Frecky.
What? Everybody's always mean to Jerry on Parks and Rec, so I gotta be nice to anything named Jerry.
Alright.
So, there is Cypress. There's a
there's
Cypress
cypresses
swamp.
everywhere.
Yeah, you're in a South Louisiana swamp.
Let's keep heading towards where we were heading and keep a close eye out because...
You know, there's
Yeah.
there's probably 21 other wargs.
There's a lot of them. And the two biggest ones are really big.
Yeah, I kind of figure.
There's a weird connection there.
I've met their granddaddy. He's a big fella.
Oh, I know their granddaddy
To
quite
be
well.
fair, I've met Tyr. He's bigger than I am.
Yeah,
Tyr over there also, like, I'm 6'9".
Twice as buff.
Thor, I'm 6'9.5". Tyr, fuck you.
I didn't think he was in this area right now. I thought he was in a different swamp. Shit.
Yeah, I'm happy about this.
There's a lot of territory claimed by this individual.
A lot of territory claimed by a lot of different individuals.
Yeah, that's the problem with supernatural creatures, is there's a whole lot of territory claimed that overlaps, and it's kind of like about 200 years ago, there's a lot of countries that claim parts of the world that no one argued with them about because they just didn't argue about it. Except the natives. The natives argued, but they got kind of fucked.
Alright, so we were heading towards the ranger station onto the camp.
Yes.
Okay, so you're heading towards the... You get to the ranger station very quickly. It's cold. Snow's building up. By the time you make it to the ranger station, on Abby, who she's what, like average height, like 5'6" ish. It's almost mid-shin deep on her in the snow. Two taller individuals, it's not as deep, but...
This is weird.
And there are no lights on at this ranger station. But there
Did he say there was anyone out of the ranger station?
Yeah.
said there might be. There should have been about... Between the three parks that are connected, there should have been at least 6 rangers out.
Alright.
I asked him to call out.
I'm over my
But
side.
give me read a bad situation.
I'm over my sight.
Alright.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying, because I don't think at this point we're investigating any mysteries. There's a blizzard in Louisiana. This is always a bad situation.
That's a fell in Idall.
That's experience. Mark it.
It's an 8, so I get a whole 1. Do I see anything invisible?
That's an 8 for Abby.
Do I see anything invisible?
You see a couple ghosts. But again, seeing ghosts in the swamp.
That's not
But you do see a hunter. One of the ghosts is definitely wearing what was once a hunter's orange reflective vest. And it is missing a whole left arm.
That could be a whole lot of things here in the swamp. Where's
To be fair, finding a one-armed hunter ghost in a swamp still is not hitting the unusual shit-o-meter for y'all.
Yeah.
That's how jaded we are, everybody on the internet. It's like, hey, here's a horribly mauled ghost. I'm not freaked out by this.
It's a swamp. Oh, well, shit.
This could have been a gator. This could have been a chainsaw accident. How this could have been, I tried to light the shitter on fire to burn it out.
Is he? Do I see him like wandering in the woods?
Yeah, they're off in the woods a
Okay,
bit.
I'm not going out there.
This is how people die.
Don't go in the fucking woods. That's how people die. What's the biggest threat?
Whatever flipped the truck.
Flip the truck.
There is as you're looking at it, I wanted y'all to do this so I could describe the scene.
Right.
There is a flipped F-350
Oh.
with the door is off, but the door has the Jean Lafitte Reserve symbol on it, gashed.
Anything we haven't noticed yet?
The silhouette of a very large creature behind the ranger station staring at you.
Ah, great.
Alright, so Abby's. What's the best way in?
The front door of the building. That's open.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So that's all of it.
Yeah, she only rolled a 7.
So Sybil, you're looking at the building. You notice the truck, and then you look up at the thing that is looking over the building.
Oh,
back
it's
at
looking
you.
over the building.
Okay, think about.
I thought it was like looking around.
If the warg is the size of an elk, and this is twice as big,
Yeah, big doggos.
you're dealing with terror giraffe.
This is...
Which still, unicorns don't exist, but that gangly, weird-ass contraption that we call a giraffe is real. It doesn't move in a logical manner. It accordions its legs.
So big wolf looking
Big-
over the building.
Big dog.
Big dog looking over the building.
Bright green. Unnaturally green, glowing eyes.
Runes on it, I'm assuming.
Yeah. They're starting to glow that same faint
Is this
green.
Is this the sun chasing one?
This is daytime, isn't it?
The weather has hit so hard, you're not...
Was it the gray one with black or the black one with gray?
Okay, I can't remember at this point. We'll say the one that's
Gray one with black was sun, black
Black
one with gray was moon.
You cannot really tell because snow is coming down heavy to the point that you're not... Okay, it's bright. I should say it is bright, so you're probably dealing with the sun wolf.
That was a lot quicker than I thought to come
No,
down.
we should go inside.
It's kind of behind the building.
Yeah, the building provides a bit more protection than, standing out in the open.
You're gonna just go in the building?
Yes. Idall's busy picking up Abby.
You just go...
Walk in the building.
So do you just walk in the building?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're holding... Do you just, have Abby like this, or are you actually just holding her and going forward?
No, I got her princess carry, I guess. Idall's not just gonna grab
So you watch as Idall scoops up for, the cue some 90s cheesy love song.
I moved like moose after his first feature cross.
Talking about giraffes. So you do that. I'm going to need you to give me a act under pressure to figure out if this is something you notice.
Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm going to say it's a mixed success.
Okay.
So you don't automatically fail it and take harm. You don't automatically succeed it, but you watch as Idall has picked up Abby and a Princess Carrie and starts going, and you watch as a clever girl moment comes out from the side as just a sheet of fur
Shit.
comes by, and you watch that Idall now has a boot and a hand on a wolf muzzle that has slid him almost to the edge of the woods in front of the building. I'm figuring Abby's in this arm, and you're like, hit! And
Chris Rock, oh my God.
you're just looking forward, and it's like, so this is what Odin will see one day.
I imagine I still got Abby in the other arm. She's already put out the rapier and just like, you bite! This rapier's going in.
Or, oh god, you're gonna fucking dragon heart it, just to
Yes.
ride the tongue with the sword in the mouth.
Yes.
So you just watch that, boom, as a frickin' bus just takes Idall and Abby almost into the woods.
Fuck.
What are you doing?
Is this thing just still staring at
It's
us?
still staring at you, and it is. You can also hear the sound of the rest of them around you. Because there is a pack. You hear the howls are not. There is the lupine, high-pitched howl that you hear in movies all the time. The howl you hear come from these creatures is more along the rumble of a muffler mixed with a tornado siren. Coming from around as you start to see other eyes with the same green start to light up at the edge of the woods from behind and around you. The pack is here as well.
Just here out in the woods. I'm gonna tell your dad on you. Or is it your
Okay, so you hear
Granddad.
you do hear Idall say, "I'll tell your dad on you."
or your granddad? I'm not sure which one.
Look at what you can do with magic.
I can't speak to things that don't share my language.
You can also summon things.
I can!
Kyle,
Wait.
you might have just come up with a brilliant idea that I didn't expect and I love.
This is on par with summoning Lilith!
Oh God, let's do this again. It's like I'm gonna tattle. This is how
Tell your daddy!
This is how wizards survive. We tattle on
I'm a
people.
snitch and I don't care!
Are you gonna try to summon? Is that what you're gonna do?
I am going to try and summon Fenrir, the Rougarou.
Roll weird.
Fenrir the Rougarou?
Rougarou is Fenrir.
Oh.
I'll tell you about it after stream. It's a
Gotcha.
bit of lore from the Dresden game that's too
That's
good
why I
to
asked
give
him,
up.
is the lore for Fenrir the same?
Okay.
I can't get rid of that lore because it was too good.
Now I'm trying to remember which character I had where I basically summoned a bunch of stuff. We were fighting the big troll who was covered in shit.
Yeah, you
Was that Idall? I don't think
No,
it
no,
was.
that was another character. However, I have a character I thought was going to die in Spence's game I have to bring back. I have to bring back my failed Christian ghost hunter.
That's 10.
That's a 10, so it works without any issue. So, Idall, as you are holding...
I actually look up at them. I actually make my spear,
appear.
and I'm not going to point at anybody. Instead, I'm going to quickly draw a glyph that will be of summoning. And I'm going to tap it and say he wasn't kidding. Boing!
Idall, as you're holding...
Kind of technically cousin-ish to me a little bit. It's weird.
Yeah, well, blood. It's like... It's cousin in the same fact
Chosen family
Family.
cousin.
Man, Odin made a bad choice in chosen family with that one. But, any case...
Alternatively, he could have just been a better dad.
Okay, Odin does not hit the Zeus level, which is a
Oh,
low
no.
bar.
Odin was at least a dad.
That... Wow.
I stand by it.
Wow.
You're not wrong. Anyway, I tap my summoning glyph.
So, all of a sudden, Idall, as you're holding... Because, I mean, it's not like the whole, like, big... That's not like Vitter with his boot in the mouth kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got a leg up and a hand like this. Abby's already got a prong, like, at that little roof of the mouth behind the teeth. And it's snarling. And you're looking and you watch the eyes do this. And as you look over, there is a fat... Or I shouldn't say fat. There is a thick Cajun man.
In overalls.
In overalls and a flannel
Big old
shirt,
floppy hat.
who is holding a newspaper and holding...
I was looking for the map where he's on about.
it's over there. Willie's not on there.
No,
So,
but this is
but the
picture we
overalls were
used.
down.
This is this.
So, holding the side of his overalls, has a newspaper and a magazine in his hand. He turns and looks at you.
Cousin.
Girl, I was busy
Your children are causing some problems.
What? And just turns and drops the magazine, adjusts, and you just hear in French, Cajun French, and I don't know it. Done told y'all not to come around here. And he produces a belt. You don't know where the belt comes from. And he just does the pops it, and you watch both wolves, like the one that was biting on you just lets go, jumps back, and you have these two massive wolves on the other side of the ranger station with what looks like a Cajun man with his ass half out of a pair of blue coveralls, cursing at them in French. Threat. You don't know exactly 100. You don't. I don't think you speak French. You don't know 100% of what he's saying, but there's a whole lot of "I'm about to whoop an ass" that you're feeling. Like you don't.
You don't have to speak the language to know that he's
That you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
This is like you hear all three names somehow. You hear all three. In fact, you hear 5 names called out, and you watch as he starts walking towards them, and they run off into the woods with him yelling at them. And the rest of the wargs slowly fade back away.
I just kind of look at him.
And the snow starts to lessen. And eventually a ranger comes out the front door.
Oh, good, they're alive.
The fuck just happened?
Don't worry about it.
Mass hallucination. Don't worry about it. Swamp gas.
Just falls forward and blacks out. And you have solved my giant wolf puzzle.
We might want to call the other. I might want to step away so you can call them on that radio. Let them know that they need to bring out a bigger truck. Because this one's not going anywhere. I'm gonna go look inside the ranger station.
It looks like someone got their truck flipped, got out, ran in,
I'm gonna drag the dude inside.
and had previously been hiding under a desk.
He's the only one in here, though.
Yeah, only one.
Yeah. I'll get on the radio and let him know. All clear.
Does the Rougarou come back at all, or did he just chase him off?
After like 30 minutes, he just comes back, looks at you. You don't summon me ever again. I'm busy.
You gotta talk to a man about a horse.
Yeah. Because I ate one and it ain't gone through right. I remember you. You was a baby.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Anyway, fuck you.
Oh,
Bye.
that's not nice.
Bye.
He just
Thank you.
piss off.
Love you too.
Colder is a lot nicer than Fenrir. I like Colder.
I never said he was nice.
Oh.
He's useful, though.
I'm surprised Deer didn't show up.
I don't need anybody else showing up at this point.
Elsewhere, there's just a one-handed man at a casino.
We didn't
Yeah,
figure
as
out
if
what-
she's playing cards.
I mean, we didn't figure out the,
as if she's playing
the
cards.
hunters, but I'm pretty sure we know what happened to them.
Yeah, they'll be alright.
As ghosts.
As epilogue, within the next day, the freak blizzard that moved from Canada, it started
To the Gulf?
to the Gulf, like it was this huge downward sweep. Like people are posting memes again that the weather needs to calm its tits because it was the two double
Go home, whether
bomb
you're drunk.
cyclones.
double dome cyclones forming, and that it was just like it started up near Alaska and the Bering Sea and it had come through Canada and then down through Montana and everything else and made it down here to Louisiana, to where Louisiana had record snowfalls of in some places 18 inches in Ruston. There were reports of like Walmarts being raided and burned to the ground. Liquor stores have complained about being completely out of stock. 2 hunters were found at their camp extremely inebriated.
Okay, they're alive. Cool.
And the only reason they left is they ran out of their backup Hurricane Blizzard snacks and had to come back for cracklins.
They probably feel like they want to be dead with the hangover they probably have.
The hangover would imply that they ever stop drinking.
They will eventually.
It's gonna be. It's one of those. They dead. They just don't know it yet. But weather goes back. Boom Boom Boat Tours goes out of business for multiple reasons. It is replaced with Boom Boom
Sued
Cemetery.
for negligence.
Yeah. However, it is rebranded as Come See Them Ghosts.
Genie gonna whoop their ass.
And yeah, y'all survived Vargavintr, which actually translates to Wolf Winter, which is another name for Filmvinter, the 3 year
Sybil Winter?
the 3 year winter before Ragnarok.
Sybil Winter, I think it's cool.
So let's go over our at the end of the stuffs. Let's go over our end of game stuffs. Because I wanted to do something fun and with high level characters, and then you mentioned tell his dad, and I was like, this is better than me having them fight.
Or you're just like, oh, you met them as puppies. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. You are sentient
I didn't
beings.
necessarily want to kill them.
Yeah.
They're technically your cousins.
I mean, they're just doing what they do.
Yeah, they dogs. They big dogs.
I didn't necessarily want
They're
to
big
kill
dogs.
them.
They're sentient.
We killed a couple.
Oh, we killed the wargs.
You killed wargs. They're depending on the myth, wargs can be sentient. Wargs usually connect to, I think even in Tolkien they have a bond with the writer.
Mostly just wanted to.
And by bond, I mean they
Run
won't
off.
eat them. They gotta
eat
do
them
like that.
lovingly.
How do you know a warg loves you? It doesn't try to eat you.
I
Anyway.
took one harm, yeah.
Did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
Yes. Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we can argue that.
That ranger.
Yeah. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rougarou Spinner.
Yep. Well, you learned that, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna allow it.
I did.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
No.
No.
Kind of when he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I already knew you had mythological.
No, not that bit.
Oh.
Last name.
My name changed.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Anyway, so we'll go with 3. So with 3 or 4, you mark 2 experience.
No level up.
Now, I will say this. Idall and Sybil, I think, are the longest running hunters we've had in any Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to tell the 2 of y'all in future games to play somebody else just to balance everything out until it's another high level.
Okay.
Unless obviously it's like, hey, here's the bad thing. If I say, hey, y'all can bring Sybil and Idall in.
Oh, this is going to suck.
Hey, who wants to deal with Sutter? Anyway.
We deal with gods.
So, that's it. We wanted to just run it earlier in the day. Glad we got Frecky saying stuff, even though she's absolutely upset at me about Frecky the Side Wolf.
Nah.
She gonna hurt you.
She might, but she's in Lafayette. It's a 3-hour drive for her to do that.
You made that 3-hour drive the other day.
Yeah, I did. But Claire also gets sick after driving, so I gotta do
Still
something real bad. Anyway, so I think Knox and I might do something tonight. We might do some lore stuff at 8 o'clock.
Remember, we can't stay up late tonight.
No, we can't. We go back to work.
School starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Still too sick, so not whooping any butts anytime soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got that coming up. Maybe tonight. Tomorrow we'll be back with Tears of Cairo. Sunday we will be back with don't change anything yet, man. We'll be back with Kitchen Table this Sunday.
Monday, back to Holy Winds.
Back with Holy Winds, and we'll go back to our normal schedule. We might have some new things popping up here this year. We got Grave wants to run a game, so we might be doing that. We got some brouhahas coming up. We're gonna do the chicken challenge at some point, and we got some meads to make.
Yeah.
So we got those coming up, and but for the most part, we're gonna be back on our regular schedule here in the wonderful 2023. And I guess since you're here, you can do all the social stuff.
I was gonna say, don't take my damn job. You can find us obviously here on Twitch and over on YouTube and on Facebook as Team Bonus Action. We are on Twitter at @bonus_team, and we are also on Instagram at Team Bonus Action. We have our wonderful website, teambonusaction.com. You can always go and find out more about us at. So give us a like, give us a watch, give us a subscribe. I can say words.
Let me shift so I stop going thermonuclear in the background.
It's not helping.
No.
But, so check us out, follow us, make sure you see when we're updating and when we're going live. And since Nox is not here, don't let you meet love.
Night, everybody.